A pleasant good afternoon. It's February the 20th, 2016, and this is Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here on SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. And Matt, we've got a great game under the gridiron here today at beautiful Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. A good one set up for today.
Yeah, Georgetown and Hayes alumni will play today. They're rivals on the field, and we saw these teams play in varsity play and non-district play this year, and these guys get together today for another exciting round of alumni football.
Well, it's kind of cool because you and I broadcast for the Georgetown Eagles on Friday Night Lights, sometimes Thursday Night Lights, but today it's all about the Georgetown Eagles and the Hayes Rebels. It's going to be a great alumni game. These teams have been phenomenal throughout the alumni season, and it's kind of cool to see a lot of these guys, especially from Georgetown, that I graduated with, and then some of them that have been around for quite some time. So.
I mean, you might have some insight to some of these guys that, maybe not even on the notes here, so should be interesting as we look at the notes. Hayes 9-1 coming into this rematch, and I think the only loss Hayes has in those 10 games is to Georgetown, so Hayes wants to get their revenge today at Kelly Reeves.
Absolutely, and what a beautiful facility here. A special thanks to Dwayne Wyrick and the nice folks at Round Rock ISD for allowing this Gridiron Glory alumni football game to be here at the beautiful Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex just off Palmer Lane outside of Austin, Texas. A big thanks also to our wonderful friend, Mr. George Cox. He does so much wonderful work. We talk about it time and time again, what he does throughout the alumni football world. I mean, he has just done phenomenal work, and a lot of these games are on schedule, Matt.
Yeah, he does such great work. Across the whole state, we see him down there on the 42-yard line or the 38-yard line, talking to the officials right now, but he, tireless work to get these guys. It provides equipment a lot of the time and just does an outstanding job with Gridiron Glory.
And if you're out there and you're wondering how can I relive the glory days for my school or my team, simply visit gridironglory.com. There's a form there. You can find information. All it takes is one person, and if you've got that insight and the initiative, you just start gathering around some people. George will help you find the connections, and before you know it, you'll have a team. And also something very phenomenal that George does with Gridiron Glory is an all Gridiron Glory alumni team. We'll try to get more information on that at halftime. But
yeah, that's something
awesome
these guys
stuff.
can really be proud of, that they can say, after I graduated, man, I can still play the game at a high level, and George is proud to come up with that. And it's something I think that's voted on by the other players, too, so it means something to have the respect of your peers.
Awesome. Well, we're going to turn it over to the field now. We're just about to get underway. The national anthem was already sang, and nice job. And unfortunately, we were not able to get that one on the video here, but Marlon Lindsay sang the national anthem moments ago. He's from Hardin Jefferson, the Hawks, and they'll be playing versus Granger tomorrow. We'll be back on Sunday, February 21st, just tomorrow for that alumni game. So kind of a little tournament here, if you will, this weekend on Gridiron Glory presented by SHN Sports.
And we've heard him sing before, if I'm not mistaken, over in Sour Lake, and man, he grabbed the mic up in the PA and was outstanding and did another great job today. And Rob, like you said, great facility. I mean, it's perfection. It's a little cloudy today, but, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better setting.
Awesome. Well, we're going to send it over to the field. About 3 minutes to go until kickoff. Again, you're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, the Georgetown Eagles versus the Hayes Rebels, presented by SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman here for a Gridiron Glory Alumni Football Tournament presented by SHN Sports. It's going to be a great day today as the Georgetown Eagles and the Hayes Rebels both meeting here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. And Matt, the team members down on the 50-yard line right now discussing the coin toss and what's going to happen here in just a few moments.
Yeah, we'll get the coin toss and see what happens here, but looking forward to a good day of football. Not too kind of muggy out there, not too hot, but, we'll see how the players deal with that as the game goes along. Explanation of the rules, showing of the coin right now. And there's the flip. Hayes has won and deferred.
So we'll see how Georgetown gets things up and going here. You know, Matt, today the wind could play a factor. Many other alumni games that we've covered, wind has not been a major factor. But here today at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, that could be a deciding factor for some of these. I saw a lot of the Georgetown players actually out there kicking field goals earlier. Man, wouldn't it have been awesome if Mason Crosby would have showed up today for this alumni game?
He could say with confidence he would have been the best player out on the field. How many years in the NFL? 10 plus?
Super Bowl ring makes Georgetown proud. Well, again, it is a balmy 74 degrees outside. The humidity almost at 70%. The wind blowing at 12 miles per hour, gusting up to 18 to 20 at some times. So, again, that could be a deciding factor here as this game goes on. Both these teams, we've seen them play before. Great teams out there on the field today. And we're very excited. The Hayes Alumni is run by Jason Villarreal with help from Josh Schwartz and Chad Miles. Matt, this will be the 10th game that the Hayes Alumni has played. Jason and Chad run the defense. Josh is the offensive coordinator and calls most of the plays with quarterback Matt Anguano capable of calling the rest. And we'll get to some more information as we go along, but just real quickly, Hayes is 9-1 heading into this rematch with Georgetown, who gave Hayes the lone blemish on their record in a 2012 game. So
looks like Matt Anguiano.
And just about set here to kick things off is Hayes, and the kick is going to be by number 4, Josh Schwartz. He's a 1994 graduate.
And back deep for Georgetown, Reagan Woods.
And Josh Schwartz is the shoeless kicker out there. He always kicks barefoot, Matt.
He's a big boy.
And Brad Tillery helped me cover a game with the Hayes Rebels. So here goes the shoeless one. The kick well on its way, selling to the 5-yard line, and Georgetown has it on the far side. Running across the 20, trying to dance around a few of the Hayes defenders. That was that was Reagan Woods, the 2006 alum for your Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, it looked like he had a lane, but it closed pretty quickly. Good special teams there by Hayes to start off, and Georgetown Alumni will begin their first offensive series of the day at the 21-yard line.
So Georgetown has 79 yards to go here to score, and I guess we're playing, the clock says 15 minutes. I thought it was 12-minute quarters.
Well, and I'm afraid the clock might have gone up.
It's
like soccer style, so that needs to get fixed. They're actually going to have to probably stop the game and figure that out.
Yeah, we just heard Mr. Rick Epstein. He's also the Director of Sales and Marketing for SHN Sports. He's here today doing PA work, and you just heard him say that we had it set for soccer.
Probably a switch on the clock.
It's first down and 10 for the Eagles on their own on their own 21-yard line. Georgetown setting quarterback at shotgun, 2 receivers up top, now 1 in motion. The handoff to the back, trying to dance his way around, immediately tackled. That may be a 1, maybe even 2. They're going to call it a 1-yard loss down to the 20-yard line. The quarterback for your Georgetown Eagles, Matt Murillo. He's a 2009 graduate, Matt.
Very difficult to see who that running back is. He's got his jersey tucked all the way up so you can't see any number. Trying to listen in and see if Rick has that information.
It's going to bring up second down and 11 for the Georgetown Eagles.
No, it's a single-digit number.
Georgetown lines up here. Quarterback, 2 backs behind him, 1 receiver to either side. The handoff back to the back. Dancing around across the 20, has room, and still on his feet. Nice move across the 30-yard line. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And finally going out of bounds around the 45-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 41. Let's see if we can get the name of that running back. Matt, what a run right there by the Georgetown running back down to the 41-yard line. Thought he was initially down and then able to spin his way around on the far side and pick up that first down.
It would have been 3rd and 7, but second effort he busted around the end and got out to the 41. Great effort. Love to give him credit.
We'll get it here in a little bit. Surprised the official hasn't told him to pull down his jersey.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Georgetown lines up in shotgun here. 2 receivers up top, 1 down to the bottom. The handoff to the back, running around, or the receiver in motion across the 45-yard line. Still on his feet. Nice little spin move there, and that was Jeff Rice. I know Jeff very well, 2006 graduate from Georgetown High School. And his brother Josh also out on the field. He's number 3, a 2008 graduate. I don't know if he's out. I don't know if Josh is actually out there right now.
Yeah, it was a nice gain around on the end around to the right side. Got 8 yards and sets up the Georgetown Alumni for a nice play selection here. You can maybe go deep if you'd like. 2nd and 2, you have a lot of options in the playbook.
Well, Georgetown's still on their side of the field. Remember, they started this drive at their own 21-yard line. They're down to the 49 now, so approaching Hayes Rebel territory. Marulu and a quarterback in shotgun. 2 receivers down to the bottom, 2 up top. One of them down there at the bottom is Reagan Woods. Looked like a false start there. We'll see what the call is. The pass to number 80 is going to be no good. That was to Edwin Cintron.
Yeah, Marullo looked like he had that in mind. He was going to throw deep just like I thought they would, but got a penalty. And there's no real idea how much time's left in the first quarter, Rob. Time frozen at 15:20 right now. Time stands still, as they say.
A little Groundhog Day action over here at Kelly Reeves today. And so the clock now at 12. The official rolls his hand to signal run the clock, but the clock's not running still. And it's going to be 2nd down here. It's 1st down, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, there was a penalty on Hayes there, Rob, so that gave Georgetown the 1st down by yardage.
And they do move into Hayes territory. They're at the 46-yard line. Marullo in it. Quarterback, of course, in shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the left. He steps back, looking to his left, throws it. Nice dart! And a dropped pass there by number 2, Jeff Rice. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, pretty good defense there by the Rebels and good coverage. Rice just couldn't haul that one in. Brings up 2nd and long.
Well, once again, thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports here on this beautiful afternoon, February the 20th. A little balmy, 74 degrees. The wind gusting upwards of 18 to 20. But so far, that hasn't affected Georgetown at all here on 2nd down and 10. 1 receiver to either side. Quarterback has 2 backs behind him. Marulu hands off to his back, dancing around, trying to fight for more yardage, using his legs all the way down to the 44-yard line. And that's Brendan
Akpunko. That's number 8 that he's hiding there.
So a good run there by Akpunko. Glad we heard Mr. Epstein over there saying it, so now we know who it is. So give him credit, Brendan, just a few moments ago with that nice run to give Georgetown the big yardage. And
Rob, every time we come to the stadium, there's a running back with a tough name to pronounce. Remember the Westwood game?
And now Akpunko takes his jersey down so we can see it.
Yeah, much easier now.
Marullo in shotgun, and now there's a penalty on the play. It's going to be a false start against Georgetown. That's going to set them back 5. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long, Matt.
Clock continues to run on when it shouldn't, but it was stopped for about 2 minutes when it should have been running earlier. So
now the clock running 11 minutes here in the opening quarter of play. We're still scoreless. Georgetown still on their opening possession here, their opening drive. The Hayes Rebels hasn't touched the ball yet on offense. It's 3rd down for the Georgetown Eagles, 3rd and long. They've got to convert here to keep this drive alive. Marullo steps back, throws a dagger across the center of the field. It's caught for the Georgetown 1st down near the 30-yard line in Rebel territory. And, Matt, they're going to mark him down at the 32-yard line.
Wow, nice job there by Rice to haul that one in on the crossing pattern. And great timing there with Matt Marullo, the quarterback. Sets up Georgetown at the 32.
Marullo, 2 quarterbacks to either side, scanning, dancing around, throws it across center field, and his receiver, Jeff Rice, goes down. Jeff looked like he got pushed, no call, and that's going to bring up 2nd down for the Georgetown Eagles, 2nd and 10, Matt.
Yeah, that play just didn't look right from the start, and I'm not sure if there was contact or he just fell over the turf monster that time, but it's going to bring up 2nd and long for Georgetown. Nice drive to start the ball game so far. They've moved from their own 21 down to the Hayes 32.
It's Georgetown in huddle right now. They break. Receiver up top to the left is Tremel Fitzgerald. I know Tremel very well. 2 receivers up to the left, 2 down to the right. And Marullo in at shotgun. Man in motion. A high snap. Marullo's going to have to corral it. Dances around and able to save what could have been a fumble. He picks up maybe a yard down to the 31-yard line, Matt.
Yeah, no real gain there just because the bad snap kind of blew that play up from the start. Just lost it down right there. Now Georgetown faces again a 3rd and 9.
Remember moments ago it was Rice with the big reception for the first down for Georgetown. We'll see what they call here. Georgetown, a very nice number of alumni players. Hayes has a few of their own. So a lot different than the last game we broadcast where one of the teams didn't have anybody to sit on the sidelines. So Georgetown lines up here, 3rd down and long. Marullo in at quarterback. Shotgun, steps back, scans, throws it up, has a man for a first down. That was number 80, Edwin Cintron, the 2006 Georgetown graduate, and I believe he may have had enough for the first. He does. That moves the chains, and Georgetown keeps the drive alive, Matt.
Yeah, nice reception there. And Georgetown's passing game for this alumni team, so far, so good.
Cintron and Reagan Woods down as 2 receivers down to the right. Man in motion up top. The handoff is to that man in motion. Around the corner, it's Rice dancing around. Nice spin move, and he picks up yardage. Actually, boy, are they going to mark him down? Now
down to the 8.
Yeah, down to the 8. At first, one of the line judges was still on the first down marker, and about to say Rice had a nice spin move. There is a flag on the play, though, Matt.
Yeah, that's going to be against Georgetown.
And unfortunately, that's going to set him back 10. So after a nice run by Rice, holding penalty is going to move Georgetown back. Looks like he's down at the – looks like they'll snap the ball here on the near side hash mark, Matt, at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, costly penalty there. You were down inside the 10, and now you have 1st and 20.
Marullo in its shotgun. Triplets this time up to the left. 1 receiver down to the right is Cintron. The step back, looking, scanning. Down the field, has a man in the corner. It's Rice for the Georgetown touchdown! Nice pass right there to Rice in the corner. Great way to haul it in right there by the 2006 alum, Jeff Rice. And Matt, Georgetown gets on the board first after a 79-yard drive.
Wow, what a beautiful route to the corner and perfect throw there by Marullo. And Georgetown strikes early, 6-0, and here comes the point after.
And they will kick the ball. We haven't seen that much, and that may be Akpunko out there.
That's Gino Baker, number 9.
The holder is John McKelvey. The kick up and away. Nice kick, and it's good. And that was Gino Baker, the 2011 graduate. And Georgetown takes the early 7-0 lead. A nice opening drive for 79 yards. And the touchdown to Jeff Rice concluded that drive. What a great job there by the Georgetown Eagles, Matt.
Yeah, they converted some 3rd downs and didn't let that holding penalty deter them. I'm impressed with their passing game. I know it's only 1 drive, but converted at least 2 first downs on long passes, and then a beautiful touch pass to the corner. Beat the defender, and Rice hauled it in beautifully.
So we'll see if Hayes can answer. This is their opening possession here, getting set to receive.
Another great day of action tomorrow right here at Kennedy's Athletic Complex.
We'll see Baker do the kicking duties. Back deep for Hayes. One man is Brett Wagner, just graduated. And we have another player with his jersey being adjusted.
Looks like Gino Baker will be kicking off for the Eagles.
There's Gino Baker kicking off here, I believe. The Georgetown Eagles from the 40-yard line. The action, of course, as you can see it there on the video, from left to right. Gino wearing those, looks like yellow cleats out there, so it's easy to spot him. Gino puts his hand up.
still waiting on the adjustment of the.
I thought Gino was talking to the ball there saying, you better go far against this wind. Now the kick up. Line drive. It's going to fall around the 15-yard line. Hayes has it on the return on the near side. Nice return by the Hayes Rebels. And already a little pushing and shoving match going on down there. Hayes players having a little slow getting up.
Paul Brown, 2014 graduate, returned that for Hayes.
So good job right there by Brown to start things off for Hayes Rebels. And the Hayes Rebels are on their own 34-yard line. Their action from right to left. Anthony Guajardo out there on defense for the Georgetown Eagles on the near side. He's the 1999 graduate. And Josh Rice out there as well on defense. His brother, of course, Jeff Rice, number 2, and Josh out there on defense. Hayes lines up in shotgun here. First down and 10. Man in motion. It's Brett Wagner. Quarterback in shotgun, steps back. Scanning, throws. Has a man wide open on the near side, still on his feet. He's got room to run. It's Peyton Pringle. Pringle trying to dodge a tackle. Finally gets brought down by Georgetown. That was Dakar Williams saving the touchdown, and a nice opening pass for the Hayes Rebels all the way down to the 33-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles, Matt.
Yeah, missed tackle there after the reception allowed that medium play to turn into a big play for Hayes, and one play, and they're inside Georgetown's 30. Pringle.
He opened up a bag of chips on that one and just went down.
I was going to say, once you pop, you can't stop with Pringle, right?
Hayes lines up here. Quarterback is Matt Nguano. He's a 2012 graduate, and
Timeout.
A timeout by the Hayes Rebels. So Georgetown came down, Matt. They drove on their opening drive 79 yards. It was a touchdown to Jeff Rice to get that early 7-0 lead, but the Hayes Rebels, starting out on their own 34, threw a dagger all the way down to the Georgetown Eagle territory, and Hayes on a nice opening pass there, and Georgetown's got to step up on defense.
Yep, more like a small knife, not too much of a, but the missed tackle allowed them to get the big play, and they're already in near scoring range. But they didn't like what they saw and called a timeout to talk it over, as they'll have a first down at Georgetown's 27-yard line.
On YouTube, courtesy of SHN Sports.
I mean, you think Pringle got up and said all that in a bag of chips? Or a can of chips in that case?
So Hayes lines up here on their own on Georgetown's 33-yard line. Matt Nguano in at quarterback. The handoff to his back, trying to dive through, is Ben Elizares, the 2003 graduate. He maybe picks up 4 on the play, Matt.
Yeah, just a simple run up the middle, but pretty good yardage. We'll set up a 2nd and 6 for the Rebels.
It was a 4-yard gain.
And you never know what you're going to get with the alumni teams as far as kicking goes. It looks like Georgetown has someone pretty reliable, but oftentimes, 4th down, you got to go for it instead of place kicking.
Down to the Georgetown 23-yard line, as Matt said, 2nd down and 6, and Nguano shotgun. The pitch back over to the right side. Has his running back dodging through a Georgetown defender, still on his feet, trying to cross the 10-yard line. He's finally brought down around the 8-yard line. A nice run right there by the Hayes Rebels. I believe that was Clavon Highwit. And it was Clavon Highwit, the 2010 graduate of Hayes High School. And he picks up the first down, Matt.
Going to be 1st and goal now for Hayes. Outstanding run. Not only got the first down, but now it's 1st and goal. See if Georgetown's defense can step up. Both teams showing some good fluidity on offense through a couple drives.
Hayes Rebels lines up on the far side, hash mark here on the 8-yard line, 1st down and goal. Guano shotgun, has 2 backs behind him. He's going to pass, stepping, looking, left corner, too deep. The intended receiver on that play was Peyton Pringle. That time he couldn't open up the can.
Yeah, just a little too much on that. Ran out of room in the back left corner of the end zone. I like the play call, but just didn't quite have enough room. And Pringle is a good option to have. Looks like he's a pretty tall receiver.
It's going to be 2nd down and 8 for the Hayes Rebels. Pringle lines up on the near side, that 8-yard line. One receiver up top to the right, and Guano has two backs behind him. Man in motion is Mark Hernandez. The handoff to the back. Georgetown immediately on the stop. The initial hit right there by number 30 for the Georgetown Eagles, and we don't have him on our roster. Rick, the PA, said Edwin Cintron was on the initial tackle. I saw a number 30 down there, Matt. Maybe I didn't read it right. It's going to be third down and goal for the Hayes Rebels. Josh Schwartz heads over to the sideline for the Rebels. Georgetown defense trying to hold here on third down and goal. And Guano in shotgun. One receiver to either side. Has Pringle down to the near side. Two backs behind him. He's going to pass, scanning. This time, dancing around. Trying to flash his way down. Now he passes a dagger inside. Just in and out of the hands. Right between the eyes of number 11 for the Hayes Rebels. That was Brett Wagner, the 2015 graduate.
Yeah, that was a bullet. I don't blame him for not being able to handle that. Now we will see field goal kicker Josh Schwartz come on to try to cut into the 7-0 Georgetown lead. Be about 27-yard field goal attempt, Rob.
We'll see what happens here as Ben Elisares heads to the sideline alongside number 3, Martin Casillas. And this is what, Matt, a 27-yard field goal attempt. So both these teams have a kicking game, at least I think they do. The kick's up and away, the field goal, and from here, it looks good. A nice kick right there by Josh Schwartz, a 27-yard field goal.
Georgetown 7, Hayes 3.
Yeah, line drive kick, made it. Looked like it was pulling a little bit left, but able to get it through the uprights.
So Matt started out on their own 34-yard line, and that drive capped by a 27-yard field goal by Josh Schwartz. Nice drive there by the Hayes Rebels, but give Georgetown defense credit, able to hold on and prevent the Rebels from getting in the end zone.
Yeah, bend but don't break defense right there for Georgetown. They tightened up there inside the 10, and nice play on the pass breakup. And Hayes had to settle for 3 instead of 6.
Again, you're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni football here on Tournament Weekend from Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. And I just wanted to give you a big shout out, Matt. Not only do you do a great job on the stats, but you also help run the camera. Couldn't do it without you, man. So good to have you up here today.
Enjoying it, Rob. Thanks.
And we're trying not to be biased because we broadcast for the Eagles, so we're enjoying this one today. The Hayes Rebels, a nice drive there, and Josh Schwartz, who just kicked that field goal moments ago, is going to set the kick here from the 40-yard line. Again, the shoeless one. Kick up and away off that right barefoot. Deep kick down to the 10-yard line. Actually fielded at the 11-yard line. By number 11 for Georgetown, it's Brett Wagner trying to dance his array around center field. And still on his feet and finally brought down by Joe Gonzalez, brought down by Matt and Guano, the 2012 graduate. And that was actually Reagan Woods on the return. I got the rosters mixed up there, Matt. Kind of like that Pflugerville game where Georgetown ran back with 92 yards, and I thought it was Pflugerville on the run for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was one of the calls of the year for sure.
That's what I love about being human. We're allowed to get it wrong every once in a while. It makes it more interesting. Although we try to get it right as much as possible. The ball on the 26-yard line. That's where Georgetown's going to start their opening drive here. Their own 26. Marullo, quarterback, in shotgun. One receiver up top to the left. Matt, 2 down to the right. Steps back this time. The handoff, it's fumbled, and did Marullo fall back on it? Yes, he does. He wrestles the ball back. A great save right there by Matt Marullo. Boy, that could have been a huge turnover and set up Hayes in beautiful territory, Matt.
Yeah, good awareness by the quarterback to retain the possession because that play just not looked good from the beginning. The snap was lobbed back. That snap needs to have a little more zip on it because it looked like it's kind of messed up the timing of the play. So the running back came through and it was messed up.
Akpunko not able to hold on to it. Not really his fault, just not a good snap here. So Marullo lines up here and shotgun. Akpunko behind him. 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right.
That's better.
And now a flag and a false start against Georgetown, and that'll knock him back 5 more.
The snap was better, but the false start.
And, Matt, they were already at 2nd and 13 after that 3-yard loss. Now it's going to go back even more, so it'll be 2nd down and 18 now for the Georgetown Eagles.
Well, that didn't stop them last drive, but they're much deeper in their own territory right now.
That clock at 5 minutes. Georgetown leads 7-3 here in the opening quarter of play. They're on their second drive of the afternoon. On the near hash side, Marullo in its shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right. Akpunko back at running back. He hands off to Akpunko. Has room. Dancing around. And he fumbles the ball, and Hayes falls on it at the 31-yard line. And that's going to be Hayes Rebels football here.
Should be. There's a mad scramble in the pile, as you can see.
Hayes saying it's their ball, and the official, the lineman, it is Hayes football. So Akpunko not able to hold on to it. Mishandled it again for the second time this afternoon. Of course, that first one wasn't his fault. The second one is, and Hayes is going to take over in great field position here.
And that was the 1998 graduate, Jerome Cisneros, coming up with that ball at the bottom of the pile. Rob, we should note, quite a few players on the Hayes team actually graduated from Lehman. Those are bitter rivals of Hayes, but they don't have an alumni team in both schools that kind of set aside their differences on the gridiron for the love of the game.
For the love of the game. Got to get that football, man. It's still the same. For the love of the game. That's all the singing I'm going to do today. Hayes.
Man, I set you up for that, didn't I?
Appreciate you, man. 31-yard line of the Eagles. They got great field position starting out. The handoff to the back. Running around. Georgetown. What a big tackle right there by number 44, Bernie Brozak for your Georgetown Eagles.
Only 1 yard on that sweep to the left side. Good defense. Now Georgetown's defense needs to rise up once again. The offense puts them in a tough spot with the fumble by Akpunko.
I believe Clavon Hyatt, the running back that was just in there, goes to the sideline.
Excuse me, Akpunku.
Hayes lines up here, 2 running backs behind a quarterback in shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Man in motion is Mark Hernandez. And a whistle blows the play dead. And that's going to be a false start against the Hayes Rebels. That'll set them back 5. It'll be 2nd down. The Hayes Rebels.
Yeah, that kind of changes your play calling a little bit. It looked like they were going to run a sweep. Now you're in more of a passing situation at 2nd and 13 at your opponent's 35-yard line.
Hayes breaks out of the huddle. Lining up on the far side is Brett Wagner, the 2015 graduate. Down on the near side is another receiver. Of course, that's Pringle. And this time the quarterback lines up with 2 backs to either side behind him, standing on the 40-yard line. A snap back. Able to get it. Steps back. Has a man just mistimed right there. That was supposed to be all about timing. Mark Hernandez not able to pull that one in. He didn't even see it coming, Matt.
Yep. Timing was off on that. So now for Georgetown's defense, you're looking at good coverage here on 3rd and 13 or 14. And I really doubt they could send Schwartz out there for a 35 or a 52-yard field goal. So you'd probably see a punt if you see an incompletion on this play.
Cy Baker looking over to the Georgetown sideline, trying to get a play in for the defense. And Guano lines up in shotgun, 2 backs behind him, 1 receiver to either side. Steps back, he's going to pass. Scanning the field, looks left side, and he somehow catches it. He did go out of bounds, though, and come back in. And they're going to say incomplete. Even though Pringle caught it, he was out of bounds and stepped back in. Tough break there, and it's going to be 4th down and long for the Hayes Rebels, Matt.
And we'll see what Hayes decides to do here. Probably go for it. You're in that no man's land at the 35-yard line, 4th and long. But fortunate for Georgetown, Pringle did step on the line because he caught the ball and had a 1st down if he had not stepped out.
Not much of a turnout here today on this alumni football game, but maybe it's because the stadium is so huge.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of people down there it's hard to see them.
Yeah, the first row down there at the bottom.
Down there.
They will go for it here on 4th down from the 35-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles. And Guano at shotgun. He should pass here. He does. He steps back, looking, scanning right side of the field. Nice pass to the corner. Has his man, and he caught it. He caught the ball.
He did not catch it.
No, he didn't. Wow. It looked like from up here he caught it. That would have been a huge 1st down. And they say no bueno, and the Hayes Rebels lose the ball on downs. A nice effort right there from the arm of Mguano, and not able to hold on to the ball in bounds. It looked like it from here, though, Matt, but the officials said no way, and Georgetown will take over on downs.
Yeah, and that was Brett Wagner over there. Very young, just out of high school, made a great play. Just the officials ruled he was not able to even get 1 foot in bounds. Tough break for Hayes because that was a great play. Just maybe stepped on the end line.
So Georgetown comes out onto the field for their third possession.
So basically, Rob, that turnover didn't cost you anything.
Just ran the clock down a little bit. 2:42 to go here in the opening quarter.
And maybe made your defense a little more tired, but here comes Georgetown. Looks like a different quarterback in right now.
From their own 35-yard line. New quarterback in for Georgetown. He's going to keep it on the keeper. It's John McKelvey. McKelvey able to run around the side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds after a nice gain. 6-yard gain is what they're going to give him down to the 41-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles.
Like some wildcat action there as he took the snap and had no thoughts of passing the ball and got a good gain around the right side.
And again, Matt, this is Georgetown's third possession of the ball game. The first possession they scored that touchdown, 79-yard drive, and ended it with a Jeff Rice completion for the touchdown. And then on their second one, from their own 26,
turnover.
Akpunku fumbled the ball. So Georgetown trying to put some points on the board here. They slip as he hands the ball off.
Flag
to Alton McGarver, but there is a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start against Georgetown.
Well, we've seen that more than once in this first quarter, and that's something that the Eagles alumni wants to cut out, those unforced penalties that cost you and make it 2nd and 10 instead of 2nd and 5.
Seen quite a few false starts, and that's pretty common in alumni games, Matt. These guys have the first and second quarter jitters as they try to get back into the rhythm of the game.
Trying to impress the fans.
Big man Chris Vasquez out there. He laid me out when I was in junior high. He buried my face mask about 2 feet into the ground. I'll never forget it.
Good to know.
So we appreciate you, Chris. I've known Chris a long time. He's a good man. Pass from Georgetown. Almost able to pick it up, but drops the ball there. Was Hunter Shipp not able to hold on to it.
Yeah, that pass just a little low from McKelvey. Would have been a nice game, but Shipp not able to haul it in. Shipp run aground on that one.
Yeah, I've known Chris Vasquez a long time. He's born and raised in Georgetown. I knew his grandfather, Henry Vasquez, just a wonderful man. He passed away several years ago, but just wonderful folks in Georgetown, Chris. And Chris has got a heart of gold, and it's good to see him out there for the Georgetown Eagles tonight. So shout out to Chris Vasquez, man. I know you'll see this later. Quarterback in shotgun. McKelvey steps back, rolls over to his left side, pointing. Throws a dart down across the 45-yard line, and that's going to be just enough for a Georgetown first down from the hands of McKelvey.
Rice.
Jeff Rice able to haul it in. Jeff Rice feeling nice in this ball game so far, Matt.
Wild rice out there.
Definitely not fried rice.
Long grain. That was a nice pass from McKelvey, and we see his arm on display. And Rice with a nice job because he didn't have the first down when he received the ball, but got upfield and got the first.
It's down to the 46-yard lines. Georgetown still in their own territory. McKelvey hands off to his back. Still trying to dance around is Chad Jackson. And Jackson brought down. A nice gain by Jackson down to the 50-yard line. So right at the half-century mark. Actually, Matt, they may mark him down at the 49. And they do, right between the 49 and the 50.
About the 49 and a half.
It's going to bring up second down and about 6 for the Georgetown Eagles.
Now we've got under a minute in the clock running in the first quarter. Georgetown holding that 7-3 lead. Pretty decent gain there on first down.
Georgetown breaks snap here. McKelvey in at shotgun. Receiver up far to the left is Harrison Turner, I believe, for the Georgetown Eagles. And down to the right, 2 receivers. One on the near side is Reagan Woods. Chad Jackson lines up as the back next to McKelvey. The fake handoff. It goes over to Jeff Rice. Jeff Rice on the near side, dancing around, and he picks up the first down. Big yardage for Jeff Rice all the way down to the Hayes Rebels 35-yard line.
Rob, that'll be rushing yardage. That was a backwards pass that time. Executed beautifully. Big gain for Georgetown Alumni down to the 35.
They're going to try to get one more playoff here before the quarter ends. There's 17 seconds on the clock. Georgetown leads 7-3. McKelvey in its shotgun. Hopefully you'll notice that clock. It's at 10 seconds, and maybe they'll just let it run down.
Looks like they will.
They're just going to let that clock run down. And that is at the end of the first quarter. The Georgetown Eagles lead the Hayes Rebels. They're driving, though, 7-3. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni football here on SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football here on SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, and a big thanks to Mr. George Cox for putting on these wonderful Gridiron Glory Alumni football games. This one, the tournament weekend. We've got another game tomorrow at the same time. It's going to be the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, and quarterback JoJo is going to be down there doing some great stuff for the Hawks. We've been able to talk to him quite a bit. And Mr. Velika does a great job for those Hawks, and it's going to be against Granger as well. So it's going to be a fun one tomorrow. But this one right now, the Georgetown Eagles, they're driving. They're on the Hayes Rebels 35-yard line, Matt. The snap back, McKelvey, the handoff. His running back still dancing around, spinning his way close to a first down. A nice run right there by Chad Jackson. He picks up 8, Matt.
Nice to have some depth, too. You got second running back in the game, and he's doing a good job. Like you said, the last alumni game that I was on, man, talk about lack of depth on the play. You had no one on the sidelines.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was tough
nobody.
for Abilene, and they ended up winning that game.
They did say after the game, though, that a lot of them were semi-pro football players.
Yeah.
Reagan Woods heads to the sideline for the Georgetown Eagles. And Georgetown, again, it's second down and about 2 from the 27-yard line. They started this drive on their own 35, Matt.
Yeah, nice drive. We'll see if the Eagles alumni can extend their 4-point lead.
Kelby calling for it. He's going to keep it on the keeper, dancing his way around. He picks up the first down, and he's going to be brought down at the 24-yard line. First down, Georgetown.
Yeah, McKelvey gives you that dual threat. He just graduated 3 years ago, so still got those young legs.
The play clock will not be running anymore, only the game clock. So please keep the play clock to yourselves there.
Play clock is going to be administered by the officials on the field.
Georgetown lines up here, 2 receivers to either side. McKelvey in at shotgun. And he has Akpunko behind him, and there's going to be a timeout by Georgetown.
Timeout, Georgetown.
So we'll see, Matt. Again, Georgetown starts out. This is their third drive of the ball game. They started out at their own 35-yard line, and they're driving on this one as well, threatening to score again. Both teams have a very capable kicker, and so if Georgetown can't put this one in, they definitely have some footing where they could try to put in a field goal. So, but it's only second down. Or beg your pardon, it's only first down. So Georgetown here takes a timeout. They're going to talk things over a little bit.
Yeah, they want to get it right. They're down near the red zone once again and driving. The nice drive going with McKelvey leading the way this time. So the first drive was Matt Marullo at quarterback for Georgetown.
Lineman out there alongside Chris Vasquez, number 60, Jacob Bingham. He's the 1999 graduate. So Georgetown lines up here. This time it's going to be triplets up to the right. One receiver down to the left. That's Reagan Woods. McKelvey still in at quarterback. Has Akpunko behind him. Steps back. He's going to pass. Looking left corner. Down in the end zone. Overthrew. No good to Tremel Fitzgerald. And that's going to bring up second down for Georgetown, Matt.
Took a shot at it. I like the play call, first down, and at the 24, going for all the marbles, just not able to connect, but good aggressive play calling there.
We've got quite a bit to talk about at halftime. We're going to be excited about that, kind of going over some more information from the Hayes Rebels, and they've got a thank you that they want to send out, so we'll make sure to get that. We're still quite a ways away from that second half, or the half, as we've got 13 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Georgetown breaks out of the huddle, second down and 10 from their own 24-yard line. This time 2 receivers stacked down to the left and 2 stacked up top to the right. It's a little back and stack, if you want to call it that. McKelvey, high snap. He's going to hand off to Ekpunku. Running around, crossing the 15-yard line. He may have dove for the first down. Nope, they're going to call it a yard short at the 15-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
They'll give him the first.
That should be 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, they had a little problem with the chains.
There we go. Got some youngsters down there. They're learning.
3rd and less than a yard.
Big 3rd down here for Georgetown. We'll see if they maybe have a quarterback keeper here to McKelvey. That's what I would do. McKelvey's able to run the ball.
Yeah.
And he can penetrate that Hayes defense. McKelvey, a very tall frame out there. Again, he's a 2013 Georgetown graduate, Matt.
Very quick. I'd trust him to be able to get 1 yard in this situation, but we'll see what they call.
Fitzgerald lines up on the near side as receiver. Also, Jeff Rice joining him up top, 2 receivers. Edwin Centron. And it is going to be a pass out to Rice. Rice dancing around, and he's trying to get back, and he is going to be thrown out of bounds. Short, and that is no good. Georgetown not able to convert there, and you got to wonder, that one should have just went to McKelvey on the keeper, Matt.
Well, now we have a flag that may give Georgetown the first down. Extracurriculars after the play. Just not smart there by Hayes if that is on Hayes. We'll see what they call, but it was going to be short, 4th and 1. But now things getting a little chippy.
And boy, Jason Villarreal, just the 1998 alum, just has a few words for Georgetown, and that may have got him in trouble. We'll see what it is.
Well, the flag is still laying here off the field down at about the 17-yard line.
It's laying next to Hunter Ship down there.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be very costly if that is on Hayes.
The initial indication is it's against Georgetown.
Really?
And it is going to be a personal foul against Georgetown.
And the down will count.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
See, that was a post-possession. That's really tough call there, and you put yourself in a situation where now you have 4th and 16 to go, and out in no man's land, they'll go for it.
It's 4th and 16 from the 30-yard line, so that really
would have been 4th and 1 if you could have kept your cool.
Would have been 4th and McKelvey diving in. Well, quarterback change here, I believe.
No, still McKelvey.
No, it is McKelvey. I beg your pardon. And Ekpunku lines up to his right. McKelvey steps back, looking, scanning. And he's going to throw a deep pass down to the sideline. No good in the back of the end zone. Tremel Fitzgerald not able to pull it down. It's going to be a turnover on downs, and the Hayes Rebels will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, the penalty there on 4th down, out of bounds, on which would have been 4th and 1, that was a killer. He didn't take a genius to find that one out. Georgetown hurt themselves on that one. Still got a 7-3 ball game, even though you've had a nice drive there into Hayes territory, not able to put anything on the board.
Well, drive stalled, and Georgetown, the penalty hurt him, as Matt just said, and now Hayes is going to have their 3rd time at the ball this afternoon with 11:25 to go in the second quarter. Quarterback sweep back to his running back. It's Clavon Highwood on the far side, and he picks up quite a few yards. There is a flag on the play, though, Matt, in the backfield on the 31-yard line.
Usually in the area of holding. And things getting chippy again. No flag. They'll wave that off. But, man, now we're starting to see a little extracurricular activity after every snap. Not a good sign.
2nd down and 3 for Hayes.
It's going to be 2nd down and 3 here for the Hayes Rebels. A nice run again by, I believe it was Clavon Highwood, the 2010 graduate for the Rebels. And that ball sitting on the 37-yard line. Ben Elizares, the 2003 graduate, headed to the sideline. Now he heads back. Maybe he was going to try to get a defensive play. Peyton Pringle out there on defenses, or out there. This is offense. Pringle out there as well for the Hayes Rebels. 2 receivers up top. Quarterback, the handoff on the end around to Brett Wagner. Wagner on the near side, spinning around, has enough for the first down, and Georgetown defense finally brings him down, but he's going to get the forward progress, Matt, all the way down to the 44-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for the Rebels.
Well, and they've gotten Wagner involved in the running and passing game. Obviously one of their best athletes, younger athletes, and he's talented, you can tell. Very quick.
Again, the Rebels started this possession on their own 30-yard line. They're down to the 44 now, so they picked up 14. Guino in at shotgun. In the back is Ben Elizares. Also another back in motion is Brett Wagner. Spins around. I don't know if that was just a missed timing, and Georgetown's going to read it and tackle him, sack him for a loss down to the 41-yard line. That's a 3-yard loss.
Timing was all off on that one. He meant to hand it off, and when he got the ball, the running back was 3 yards ahead of him. Makes it pretty tough. So Georgetown says we'll take advantage of that for a 3-yard loss.
Jonathan Arriaga heads to the sideline alongside number 24, Paul Brown. Substitutions for the Hayes Rebels. And also for Georgetown, number 77, Michael Hernandez heads to the sidelines on defense. Guino got his work cut out for him here in shotgun. 2 receivers down to the right, 1 up top to the left, has 2 backs behind him. Man in motion is Wagner. The handoff to his back, trying to dance his way across the 45-yard line. A nice little pickup right there by number 12, Ben Elizares.
Got about 4 on that play. It'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Hayes Rebels alumni at their own 45. Look for the pass here, and if you're Georgetown's defense, those safeties and cornerbacks to be ready for this play.
It's 3rd down and 9 with just over 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The ball on the near side of hash mark, as you can see it there on the video. Guino lines up in shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the left, 1 down to the right. He's going to pass. Actually throws back to his flat. In the backfield, it's Clavon Highwood. Highwood dancing around across the 50-yard line, and he's brought down in Georgetown territory at the 49. So a nice little fake play there. Kind of faked out the defense a little bit, but still going to be short of that first down, Matt.
Yeah, we'll definitely see Hayes go for it here. Not sure what the down marker's doing. There you go.
Jacob Bingham coming in for the Georgetown Eagles.
A big play here in the second quarter now. You got the ball at midfield, and Georgetown with another chance to take it away on downs.
Mr. Ironman Brendan Akpunku in
how
for
did
Georgetown.
It become second down?
Yeah, it should be 4th down, I thought.
I don't know what just happened with that.
Hayes.
No one questioning it.
Steps back, hands off, and it is going to be a first down, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And Hayes gets the first down to the 42-yard line of Georgetown territory.
Went from 3rd down, just short of the line to gain, to 2nd down.
A little backwards.
Reminds me of Colorado, Missouri, 1990. When you get 5 downs. Yeah, like you said, didn't matter. He got it.
Maybe Tom Brady's down there talking to the officials. They seem to give him what he wants.
You can hear this.
First down and 10, Hayes in Georgetown territory on the 42-yard line of the Eagles. Man in motion. Aguano hands off to his back. Paul Brown still on the far side. Nice dive by Brown, and he brings the ball downtown to the 36-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles. A nice pickup there. Looks like about a 7-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 3 for the Hayes Rebels alumni, Matt.
Yeah, nice gain there on first down. When you can get that kind of yardage, you're setting yourself up for good things. Now it's just 2nd and 5.
It actually was a 5-yard gain, so it will be 2nd down and 5. And a timeout on the field by the Georgetown Eagles. And, Matt, that should be their final timeout. They've used all 3 of them here in the first half.
The sponsors of today's ballgame, Gridiron Gridiron Glory Alumni Football would like to
So far, things pretty exciting here. A nice, well-played, actually well-officiated game as well. 6:12 to go. The Georgetown Eagles lead 7-3, and really, Matt, not much to complain about so far except Georgetown on a big penalty. They had a chance to get a first down, and the penalty cost them, and they ended up having to turn the ball over on downs.
Right. Yeah, that was costly. With the someone lost their cool on the sidelines, and it made it 4th and 16 instead of 4th and 1. That's tough to overcome.
Click either Gridiron Glory Alumni Football or SHN Sports, and you'll find this game on YouTube. SHN Sports announcers today, play-by-play by Rob Hipp. Color commentary by Matt Leishman.
We appreciate Rick Epstein for the shout-out, man. Nice to get a little love every once in a while, man.
For sure.
We love awesome. We love doing what we do, man. We're here for the community and here for Mr. Cox and Gridiron Glory. Ball on the 37-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles, the Rebels. Second down, the pitch back. Got room on the near side. Crossing around across the 30, and he should be close to the first down there. A nice run by Paul Brown, and that is a first down. It'll be Hayes Rebels ball as they get it down to the 31-yard line of the Georgetown Eagles.
Yeah, their offensive line is blocking pretty well on this drive. We've seen some nice runs by the Rebels, and now they are getting close to scoring range. They're at the 31, and they've got a new set of downs with just under 6 to go before the half.
And again, Matt, they started this drive on their own 30, so a nice job so far.
Yeah, move 40 yards down the field.
On the near side, hash mark, the handoff to the big man.
Yeah.
It's Ben Eliciares, and he picks up maybe 2 on the play down to the 30-yard line. Actually, I'm going to say 1 yard down to the 30. It's going to bring up second down and 9.
Eliciares, man, that's a lot of R's and A's and Z's right there. Big man, big last name.
Big man, big last name, and a lot of pain if he hits you. He's a big man out there, and he's ready to rumble. He's a 2003 graduate, just probably 30 years old. I'm 31. I graduated in 02. There was a quarterback change. No, there wasn't. Rebels pass it. They have the first down at the 20-yard line. And Guano, a nice pass there. I thought it was a quarterback change to number 8, but it wasn't.
Pringle on that reception.
Pringle popped the top on that one and got it down to the 19-yard line.
Now in the red zone, Hayes moving nicely on this drive, trying to take the lead in the ball game.
4:37 to go. The handoff back over to the back, has room. Nice blocking, still on his feet across the 20-yard line. Great dance and prance by number 24, Paul Brown.
Big hit by Georgetown's defense.
Nice hit by number 14 for Georgetown.
But not before.
By Paul Brown.
Big yardage on that run. Got about 8.
That ball down to the Georgetown 11-yard line. Second down and 2 for the Hayes Rebels alumni. And waiting here. Is it a timeout or the officials just wanted to stop? No, they just stopped to talk things over. Now they put the play back in action. The ball again on the 11-yard line. The Hayes Rebels on the near side, a hash mark, and Guano at quarterback in shotgun. 2 receivers down, 1 in motion now. It's Wagner, the pitch back. Room to run. Dancing around. Nice hit by Georgetown. That's going to be a loss on a player, maybe even no gain, as Clavon Highwood trying to get around and couldn't. Great defense by Georgetown, Matt.
Something I just noticed, Rob, is there's 5 officials working this game, and none of them's a white hat.
Huh.
The back judge is doing the refereeing, basically, and done a nice job.
We said earlier, a well-officiated game so far.
I mean, notice that 5 black hats up there? Line judge.
Third down for the Rebels.
You do with what you got, right?
Third down here for Hayes. A big third down. Can the Georgetown make a big defensive stop? We'll see on the far hash mark. Running back stacked up behind Nguano. Instead, he's going to pass. Has a man on the corner. Touchdown, Hayes Rebels. A nice pass there by Peyton Pringle on the reception from Nguano. And that's a touchdown for the Hayes Rebels.
Yeah, we'll call that one 13 yards.
13-yard touchdown pass.
Nice job by Pringle.
A 70-yard drive on that possession, on their third possession of the evening. Leads to the touchdown, and the Hayes Rebels have a 2-point lead, 9-7. A chance to extend it to a field goal lead here if the point after is good. And again, the shoeless one out there, Josh Schwartz. Extra point blocked, but it's, does it go through? No.
No good.
Boy, it looked like it went through from here. And it did. It really did go through. The officials say no, but it did go through, Matt. And I'm going to have to give them the hand. I mean, it went through. We saw it from up here. And it is good.
It's good.
So you got to give them credit. Georgetown had the initial block on that, but it's still the shoeless one, able to tow it through.
Hayes 10. Georgetown.
2:55 to go in the second quarter. The Hayes Rebels take the lead 10-7. We're going to keep it right here, Matt.
Officials a little confused.
They were looking at each other like, what'd you eat for lunch, man? I don't know. Did that ball go through?
Yeah. It was a low kick and barely skimmed over the crossbar, but it looked like it did go through.
Georgetown, 2:55 to go. They got some work to do. Nice pass just moments ago from Anguano to Pringle for the touchdown. And the Hayes Rebels take that 10-7 lead.
Schwartz will come back out to do the kickoff duties. Got Woods back deep for Georgetown, along with Jeff Rice.
So the shoeless one, Josh Schwartz, set to kick off here from the 40-yard line. The Rebels kick it away from left to right. This one, a short kick down to the 20. It bounces over Georgetown and finally able to field it is Reagan Woods. Reagan Woods dancing his way around, gets it up to near the 25-yard line, and that's where Georgetown will take over.
Got 2:43 to work with, so plenty of time. Falling behind by 3 points, but just we'll see who comes in. Quarterback, it will be Matt Murillo coming back in, as maybe Georgetown might alternate quarterbacks on their possessions today. Well, they haven't alternated so far, but each of them will get playing time.
This is the fourth possession for the Georgetown Eagles with 2:43 to go in the opening half of play. Catch there by Georgetown on the near side. He's going to go in and score. What a job right there by number 2, Jeff Rice, for the big Georgetown score. Wow. And Matt, I barely missed that. I didn't even know action had started. They kind of snuck it in, and Jeff Rice all the way down for a 75-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all. Got behind the defense, and a perfect pass dropped in there just like the first one in the corner of the end zone. That time Rice beat his man, had smooth sailing. Field turf all the way to the end zone, 75 yards. Didn't take Georgetown long to respond.
Not at all.
Murillo has 2 touchdown passes, and Rice has both of them. Nice kick.
Kick up and good, and Georgetown regains the lead 14-10.
It's a flag.
There's a flag on the play, I believe.
Offsides. Decline.
What a job right there off the hands of Rulo to Jeff Rice on the near side. A big touchdown for the Georgetown Eagles, and they regain the lead 14-10 with 2:32 to go here in the opening half of play.
It's just a wheel route to the left side, and it worked perfectly for the Eagles. So now we'll see what the Georgetown defense does after this kickoff by Gino Baker. Back deep, Brett Wagner, along with Paul Brown for the Hayes alumni.
Again, thanks for watching this production of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leschman. It's our honor and privilege to cover these alumni games for Mr. George Cox and his wonderful organization, the Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. Check them out at gridironglory.com. The kick by Georgetown. This one's going to sell around the 10-yard line. It is returnable back at the 8. Hayes with it, running around, trying to find on the far side. Hatchmark has room to run, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, and finally tripped up. There is a flag on the play. A nice return right there by Paul Brown. And he brings it down to around the 35-yard line. There's a flag on the play, though, Matt.
Probably holding or blocking the back usually in that case. Chop block called against Hayes. So that will set the Rebels back. Had good field position, but that penalty would be pretty costly. They'll take the ball back to from the spot of the foul, half the distance to the 12.5 or 13-yard line. That's where the Rebels will start with 2:20 left and trailing 14-10 to Georgetown.
That ball all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Got to keep your eyes up, make sure they don't snap it before you
Yeah.
look at
Gonna take some notes here, get a little bit behind. Iguano, shotgun, the pitch back to Clavon Highwood. He's had some yardage today, and he's finally brought down by a host of Eagles. They brought the nest that time. And
we'll watch to, according to the scoreboard, Hayes still has 2 timeouts that I think is accurate.
Georgetown shouldn't have any. The ball down to the 19-yard line, so a nice pickup there by the Hayes Rebels alumni.
I don't know if we can really trust that scoreboard, considering at the beginning of the game it was counting upwards, soccer style. We do play soccer here during the soccer season going on for the high schools.
I had a chance to talk to one of the coaching Hall of Fame in the soccer world, Mr. Jim Donahue, last night. Deep pass by Hayes, and this one, is it intercepted? Was he out of bounds? We're waiting the call. Georgetown did come down with it, but was he in bounds?
No call. Officials.
No call yet. And we're waiting to see what the call is. I don't understand how the line judge can ask an official that was 20 yards away, was it caught or not? He was the one that was on it, so it should be his call.
Looks like they're going to say no catch.
So it is no interception on the play. A nice catch anyways. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Hayes Rebels on the 19-yard line. There is an injured Eagle down on the field. Training staff taking care of him. Hopefully the young man will be all right. And he does get to his feet, so good job right there. He gets up and wants it to be it was Paul Guajardo down there, the 2009 graduate. And
now what are we doing?
They do bring the ball up. What's going on here? The ball goes all the way up to the 46-yard line.
Oh, the 34-yard line.
Or 34, I beg your pardon.
I have to think it must have been some kind of personal foul against Georgetown, Rob, because that play was either an interception or an incompletion. And now all of a sudden, Hayes moves up. I don't know.
At the 34-yard line. So somehow Hayes gets a little benefit of the doubt here. Quarterback steps back looking. Georgetown going to sack him, driving him all the way back. A nice initial hit by Joseph Freshour. in the backfield, and a host of Eagles pushing him back. Wow.
Yeah.
Huge loss on the play.
Joseph looking really fresh hour on that play. Outstanding sack and a big loss. And the clock running, Rob. We're down to about 1:07.
They called him down at the 27-yard line.
That might be a benefit of the call,
Yeah.
too. Well, first contact was right around that spot. It doesn't look like Hayes is in any big hurry now with 50 seconds and counting and 2nd and 17.
Again, Hayes started out on their own 13-yard line. They haven't made much progress here. Big penalty, though, by Georgetown. Somewhere along the line set them up here. 2nd down and long. Snap back, the pitch to the running back on the far side. Trying to dodge around some defenders. Has room across the 50-yard line. Going to be drug out of bounds.
Nice sweep by Clavon Highwood.
And Clavon Highwood has some more yardage to add to his notebook today. And there's 28 seconds on the clock, and that should stop the clock.
Yeah, he went out of bounds. He gets up to about the 38.
Yeah, they're going to call him out of bounds there at the 38 on the far hash mark.
3rd down and about
Sorry, the 44. So
6 and a half.
and 6.
So 3rd down here for the Hayes Rebels on the far hash mark. And Guano in it, shotgun. 2 receivers down to the right, 1 up top to the left. 2 backs behind him. The handoff to his back. Dancing around, may have dove for the 1st down. 23 seconds on the clock. And they do mark him right at the marker, so that should be enough for a 1st down for the Rebels.
Well, and now for some reason Georgetown calls timeout.
And Georgetown's going to get their 4th timeout of the evening, I believe.
Well, I don't know if that's their 4th timeout, but I don't know why they would want to stop the clock.
And you're also a Twitter user. I'd like to invite you to follow
It's 1st down.
high school sports-related Twitter accounts. The first, at SHN Sports. At SHN
So now the
Sports.
situation is
You can see
Hayes
lots
has the
of
ball at their own
records
44 with
and
20 seconds left and a 1st down.
baseball from teams from around the area on the webcast. That's at SHN Sports. The other I'd like you to follow is at IHS Fan. That's at IHS Fan. And that will give you coverage of local area high school football.
Georgetown
from
defense
around
makes
the
their way
Austin
back
area.
onto the field.
So two great
At this point, you just want to not give up the big play, Rob. I mean, Hayes probably has 3 plays left. I mean, if they've got their timeouts, at least the scoreboard says they have 2.
Yeah.
So maybe 3 plays, but Georgetown's defense wants to step up here and take the lead into half.
It's 14-10. Georgetown leads. Hayes with the ball. 20 seconds to go before half. The ball's on the 44-yard line. And Guano, low snap, fakes a pitch, throws deep right side. Going over. Up in the air, intercepted by Georgetown. And they have room to run on the near side. Still on his feet, crossing over the 30-yard line. He hops, and he's going to be brought out of bounds. A great interception right there by number 21, Paul Guajardo. Guajardo had one earlier, but he was out of bounds. Now he gets it and runs it all the way back down to the 25-yard line. What an interception there by Georgetown, Matt. 6 seconds left on the clock.
That was a great play. Unfortunately, it took 14 of the 20 seconds. So now, if you're at Georgetown, you got to see what you got. Probably maybe 1 shot at the end zone. But the defense did a great job that time of stepping up and causing a turnover. No more Hayes points. So you'll take that lead into halftime. Now it's just a matter of how much we lead by. You've got to throw this ball to the end zone because you've only got 6 seconds.
Quarterback in at shotgun for Georgetown. It's Marullo. Steps back. He's going to pass. Looking. Center field. Has a man wide open. Dancing around. 1 second on the clock, and that's going to end it.
Yeah.
Boy, just inches away or a few yards away there from the touchdown is Edwin Centron across center field. And that's going to be the end of the first half where the Georgetown Eagles lead this one 14-10. We'll be right back at the post with the halftime wrap-up and some other discussion. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, Georgetown Eagles and Hayes Rebels, presented by SHN Sports. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Matt Leshman. And thanks for watching this wonderful game here today. The Georgetown Eagles lead 14-10 at halftime. Matt, it was a great job by the Georgetown Eagles. I know you've got a summary wrap-up there if you want to get to it, and then we'll go over some shout-outs that the Hayes alumni wanted us to make.
Yeah, Rob, let's talk about scoring summary for the first half. First quarter, Jeff Rice, a 25-yard touchdown reception from Matt Murillo, and Gino Baker added that kick. That made it 7-0 in the first quarter. Beautiful play over to the left side of the end zone. And Hayes responded by driving down the field, and Josh Schwartz kicked a 27-yard field goal. That was with 6:15 left in the first quarter. That made it 7-3 Georgetown. Then the next response was from Hayes, who took the lead when Pringle was able to haul in that pass from Anguiano. 13-yard reception. Schwartz was able to kick the extra point where the officials wondered whether it was good or not, but finally decided it was. That made it 10-7 Hayes, but just 23 seconds later on the wheel route, Jeff Rice with his second touchdown reception of the day. Second touchdown pass from Murillo, 75 yards. Baker with the kick once again. Our halftime score, 14-10 Georgetown. And so far, Jeff Rice with over 100 yards receiving, 2 touchdowns, and Murillo having a great game at quarterback passing for Georgetown as well.
Well, again, the Hayes Rebels 9-1 heading into this rematch with Georgetown, and Georgetown's the only team that's given Hayes a loss. Hayes, a strong team. They want to thank a few folks here. A few of the players actually graduated from the Lehman Lobos, who are bitter rivals of the Hayes Rebels. Lehman does not have an alumni team, and both schools have been able to set aside their differences for the love of football. You talked about it earlier, Matt. Mm-hmm. And the success of the alumni team has proven that both schools are capable of producing quality players. Hayes would like to thank a few people, if possible, Gridiron Glory and the entire Cox family, who work relentlessly off and on the field to organize these games. It's no easy task to make these games happen, and the Hayes alumni are grateful to George Cox for his efforts. They would also like to thank the players that have played with us in the past and who wish they could be here today. The Hayes motto is Rebel Pride Never Dies, and our alum has proven that to be true over the last 10 games. Also, most of our family, friends, and fans who support us and help make time for us to make the gridiron one more time. The sacrifices that our families make to allow us to be here today are what we are most thankful for. And finally, the Hayes Rebels wants to thank SHN Sports for the work that we do. You have transformed these games into a production that brings back the feeling of Friday Night Lights. The professional quality of these feeds allow us to relive the games just like watching college football on a Saturday afternoon. Thank you. And you know what? We're here for George Cox. We're here for Gridiron Glory. We're here for the community, and we really appreciate that. But we're here for these guys, and we're just an honor and blessed to be here. The Hayes Rebels, again, their only loss coming to Georgetown in 2012. They won 2011 in Seguin, 2013 at Lake Travis. That score 32-9. 2013 at Lockhart. 2013 at Jerry World against Norman, North Oklahoma, 20-6. They beat Westlake 13-9 in 2014. The Florence Buffaloes 14-0 in 2015. Florence, that's where my mom was born. Wonderful folks there. And in 2015, Dripping Springs. They had to call that one early because of lightning. They won it, though. And then 2015, Granger 17-6. And also Dripping Springs again, 28-7. And the total scoring of active players from Hayes, Peyton Pingle has 54 of those points. Clavon Highwit 14, Schwartz 14, Mark Hernandez 6, Chad Miles 6, Matt Anguiano 6. He's thrown 13 passing touchdowns, and the defense has scored 2 times back on the other end of the gridiron. So a great job by all the folks there at the Hayes Rebels, and just a great game today. We're now joined by Mr. George Cox from Gridiron Glory Alumni Football, who always has time to make his way up here at halftime. And again, George, what another great alumni game here on a balmy Saturday afternoon. But again, it's a beautiful facility here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. We give a big thanks to Dwayne Wyrick and Round Rock ISD earlier. George, what a game though so far we've seen here, man.
Yeah, this has been a great game. Georgetown leads it right now 14-10 against the Hayes Rebels Alumni. Lots of hard hitting going on out there, Rob. I'm sure you've been watching it.
Yeah, it's been amazing. Georgetown down early, or they scored first, and then Hayes able to answer. We went over the scoring summary earlier. Georgetown led 7-3, then Hayes answered with a touchdown. It was 7-10, and then that big 75-yard pass to Jeff Rice down there for Georgetown, and they have the lead 14-10 at halftime. This has been a pretty, really actually well-played game, very well-officiated game as well.
I'll tell you what, both teams, I'm very proud of both teams. The Georgetown Eagles alumni, they've got Coach Larry Moore, former athletic director and head football coach, and his son Travis are coaching the team. Well-coached football team. And then the Hayes Rebels alumni, they're self-coached by the players. A couple of guys, Josh Schwartz and Jason Villarreal, do a tremendous job with that team. I mean, it's a great game.
Absolutely. Well, George, we talk about it all the time, the work that you do. Very appreciative of you bringing the gridiron, the glory back to the gridiron for a lot of these guys, George. And no different here today. A fantastic organization. And, again, there's some people that may have not watched any previous videos, but if some team is interested, let's say that there's a guy out there and he sees this out there on YouTube land, and he goes, man, I wish I could get out there on the gridiron. Hey, even if they're the class of 1981, they can get out there, man. What do they have to do in order to get their team signed up or to get the interest going?
Man, Rob, it's so simple. All they have to do is go to gridironglory.com. Get registered right there. Get on Facebook, tell your friends, get out your Rolodex and start calling your buddies and tell them to get registered. As soon as you get 15, 20 guys registered, I'll give you a call. We'll go out to practice. We'll go over the rules. We'll start setting it up. I'll talk to the school administration. We'll try to rent their stadium, and then we'll start finding them an opponent. I mean, 2 weeks ago, we just had a tremendous game down in Sonora where the Abilene Eagles drove about an hour and a half down to play. It was a great game. You were there.
And you got to get suited up for that one too, man, so that was pretty exciting.
Yeah, I sure did, and I'm actually still feeling it, let me tell you.
Well, George, again, a wonderful job that you guys do. Some of these games also, I know that there's benefits that go on for certain organizations and things like that. I know that your heart is in community just like a lot of these guys out here, but the Gridiron Glory, you guys give back to the community. You do a lot of wonderful things. Tell us also, there's a nice thing that you guys do called the All Gridiron Glory Team. Can you tell us about that?
Well, throughout the year, we take a look at every game that's been played, and we look at the best players. And just like an all-pro team or an all-star team, we go through and we pick out the best of the best, and we put together 26 players, the best wide receivers, the best kickers, the best punter. We put that team together just as a little extra recognition for the players at the end of the season, just to show our appreciation to them for the hard work they're putting in out there on the field. We want to do that. And you mentioned fundraising earlier. I want to touch on that real quick because tomorrow we've got the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks alumni team coming down here from Sour Lake. They have raised over $11,000 the last 2 years with the American Cancer Society down there. I mean, they're doing a great job with their fundraising efforts. And back in November, we had the game here, and we raised $4,000 for the Ronald McDonald House of Central Texas with the Round Rock ISD alumni team, kind of headed up by Brad Erickson and Jody Allen. Playing them that night was the Granger Lions alumni. And they'll be here tomorrow taking on the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. So we're here tomorrow again, kickoff at 3:30 between those two teams. It's going to be another great game.
Awesome. Well, we're excited about it, George. And one last thing, you got some shirts printed up today, so we're excited about that because today, this weekend, is actually the 2016 Texas Alumni Football Tournament. So a nice one. We've got another game tomorrow, the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks and the Granger Lions.
That's right. We're very excited. This is our first year to do this tournament. We're looking for it to expand. Hopefully next year we'll do the tournament again, or maybe we'll make it regional tournaments from different areas. But the tournament idea, everybody likes it. The players love getting some kind of recognition. Everybody wants to be the champion. So hopefully on March 5th, everybody should come out to the championship game, and we'll give somebody the title of the 2016 Gridiron Glory State of Texas tournament champions.
Awesome. Well, George, any closing remarks, anything you'd like to shout out to Gridiron on behalf of Gridiron Glory, the folks here today?
Did you guys get that national anthem earlier?
We missed it, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, we were trying to get on, and that was the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks. We'll be
That's
sure
right.
to get it tomorrow because I'm sure he'll do it again.
Marlon Lindsay, he'll be up here again singing it tomorrow. He just knocks it out of the park every time. It's great.
Awesome. Well, George, again, thank you for all the fine work that you do. And once again, to anyone out there that may see this video, be sure to visit gridironglory.com. Get out here on the gridiron, relive the glory days. Hey, we said it earlier, even if you're the class of 1981, man, even if you're the class of 1970 and you can still play, come on out here, have some fun. That's what it's all about. Mr. George Cox, a wonderful job for what he does.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. Matt, thank you very much.
And once again, folks, that was George Cox from Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. And we're excited about the things that are going on here with this organization and just honored and blessed to be a part of it. We're just about to take things back off here for the third quarter. Mr. Matt Leishman joins back in the video window here. And Matt, what'd you think about that first half of play?
Rob, pretty well played first half, I think, from both teams. Well officiated, like you said, and a close ball game, 14-10. Should be a good second half. Great interview there with George. I mean, the stuff he does around the states, it's amazing. I mean, you see it out here, the joy these players have, a lot of their families here with them. Just a great job.
Awesome. Well, Matt, thank you for running the camera. Thank you for the color commentating, man. You do a great job. We appreciate you, brother. And we'll send the camera back over to the field as we're getting ready to start the third period of play here on SHN Sports. Gridiron Glory presented by SHN Sports. And again, we have it up there on the video screen. Back to the Gridiron. Relive your glory days. You can register today at gridironglory.com. So, Matt, I kind of wonder what we're going to see here to start things out. Of course, the Hayes Rebels deferred the opening kickoff, so they're going to get the ball back here to start things off.
Right. Well, we shall see. Georgetown did a great job of responding after Hayes took the lead very quickly. Georgetown, excellent job of the wheel route from, like we talked about, Matt Murillo hit Jeff Rice, 75-yard touchdown. It took only 23 seconds, and Georgetown was able to climb back on top, 13-10. Gino Baker then added the kick. And throughout these Gridiron games, sometimes we see teams that just really don't have a place kicker and aren't able to have that option of the field goal or the extra point. They always just go for two or go for it on fourth down when they're close. But both these teams have capable kickers, and we've seen them in the first half do a good job for each of the respective teams. Waiting for Georgetown now to come back onto the field. It looks like Hayes is ready to go, but we're still waiting for the Eagles to make their way back onto the field. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football on SHN Sports.
I don't know if they have a clock in the locker room. Let's get them out here.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend Matt Leishman. We just moments ago had a chance to speak with Mr. George Cox there at halftime, and again, a wonderful job for what he does. We appreciate everything that Gridiron Glory does. And Matt, right here, finally getting ready to kick things off in the third period. The Georgetown Eagles lead 14-10. The Hayes Rebels deferred to start things, so they will receive the ball here to open up the second half.
Right. Georgetown took a little while to come back onto the field in the second half, but now we've got both teams there and about ready to kick off the second half. Close ball game and a good ball game so far.
Set back to receive for the Hayes Rebels. There's two defenders back there. One of them on the far side is number 24. That is Paul Brown, who had a big opening half, and also number 11, Brett Wagner, the 2015 alumni. And Georgetown still taking their sweet time over here. We still got guys coming out of the tunnel, if you will.
Yeah, I think the officials are like, let's go, guys. Time to get going.
If you haven't got a chance, stop by the table near the concession stand, designed by Donna.
Gino Baker going to kick the ball off here for the Georgetown Eagles from the 40-yard line on the far hash mark. Georgetown kicking from right to left.
Head on over there and check out Designed by Donna. And we're going to start the second half with Georgetown kickoff.
Again, these are 15-minute quarters. Ball's up and away. The kick by Gino, received around the 6-yard line by the Rebels, Paul Brown. Paul diving his way through. Nice aggressive play by Paul. Brings the ball up to the 33-yard line of the Hayes Rebels, and that's where Hayes will take over on their 5th possession of the game, Matt.
Yeah, that's decent field position to start off for Hayes out past the 30. Pretty good blocking, and Brown was able to take it around the right side for about 20 or 22 yards on the return.
And again, they do start out on the 33-yard line on the near hash mark. So here we go, third quarter, just underway here. Hayes with the opening drive of the second half. It's their 5th drive of the night. Man in motion is Paul Brown. Quarterback, shotgun, looking, throwing, left side, bounces off Georgetown. Almost intercepted. There is a flag on the play, however. Paul Brown, the intended receiver. It's incomplete. We'll see what the flag is. The initial indication looks like it's against Hayes.
It is.
Maybe a holding call.
And they're trying to set up that bubble screen over there.
After the players meet at midfield to shake hands. So stick around for the most valuable player.
Yeah, and don't forget, we will have the MVP after the game, as we do every Gridiron Glory game.
And I may try to get down there, Matt, if I can, and do an interview. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of a far walk down there to do the interview, but we'll try to do it.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. That's quite a jaunt. We didn't really talk about the fact when you're at Kelly Reeves, you're pretty high in the sky calling the football game. It's a big stadium.
It's going to be second down and long, second down and 20 now for the.
Ooh, did they just double penalize him?
Yeah, that ball goes all the way down to the 13-yard line.
Second and 25. First and 25. A long way to go.
It is first down and 25 here on the near hash mark. Guano in it, shotgun, 2 receivers up top to the left, and City sweeps out and immediately hit a big shot right there by number 24, Dakar Williams. He is the 2009 alum, and he put a smack lick on Clavon Highwood, able to go nowhere and drove him back to Georgetown.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I mean, he came from about the 25-yard line and just had the running back in his sights and blew it up in the backfield. Big loss, and boy, it is second down and quite long.
And the ball goes all the way down to the 9-yard line.
Look at the distance between the yard marker and where the first down marker is.
Second down in Dallas for the Hayes Rebels.
Let's see, they're at the 9. They need to get to the 42, so 2nd and 33. Ouch. Watch out for the long ball.
Here we go. Man in motion, and Guano. He's going to hand off to his back. Picks up a few of those yards, but not anywhere close to enough as Clavon Highwood.
No, not. Only about 3. So now 3rd and 30.
It's going to be about 3rd down in Waco now.
And this is where you put in the prevent D, maybe. Just watch for the long ball over the top, because it is quite a ways to get to that first down marker. And we haven't seen a punt today.
This may be the first time we'll see one. No, we have not.
And the wind blowing pretty decent breeze against Hayes right now. So if they are forced to punt, see how that plays into things.
So Rebels at their own 12-yard line. See what Nguano has here on his shoulder pads. In the shotgun. Man in motion. Over to the right side is Mark Hernandez. Nguano passes over to the left corner. Georgetown trying to corral him, and finally drags him out of bounds around the 19-yard line. Is Peyton Pringle not able to pop the top on that one?
And if you're Georgetown, drag him out of bounds and let go of him. The worst thing you can do is throw him down late, and it looked like he was trying to strip the ball. It's 4th and 24. We will see the punt here.
Looks like Reagan Woods stepped back to receive for Georgetown. Standing around the 40-yard line right now. He's going to backpedal quite a bit.
And the punter is Bam Ramirez. That's just what they have on the roster here.
Bam Ramirez. 2011 graduate, number 31.
I keep thinking of the Batman scene.
And here we go.
Bam.
Bam Ramirez. The punt low. Bam! He kicks it. Nice punt around the 40-yard line. Actually the 45, and Georgetown decides to pick it up. Reagan. Across the 40-yard line. Boy, that was a questionable one, but he decides to pick it up. It pays off. He brings it in to Hayes Rebels territory around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, the punt from Bam. Thought he might have been able to roll it past him, but see Woods bring it back nicely, and Georgetown's got great field position. They'll start in Hayes territory, Rob, at the 39-yard line with that 4-point lead about 3 minutes into the second half of play.
Well, this is the 6th possession for the Georgetown Eagles this evening. They've scored on 2 of them. And Georgetown comes out on the field here on the Hayes Rebels 39-yard line on the near hash mark.
And it will be Matt Murillo back in at quarterback.
Lining up far to the right is Reagan Woods as a receiver, alongside at number 80, Edwin Cintron. 2 receivers down to the left.
Rice in the slot.
Steps back, Murillo. Right side, has a man. He has the touchdown. A big pass right there over the middle to number 80, Edwin Cintron. And Georgetown opens up on their first possession of the second half with a big touchdown. That one huge down to Cintron, Matt.
Yeah, beautiful play for Georgetown. They didn't wait long to get on the board. Said as soon as we get this great field position, we're going for all the marbles. And that's 3 touchdown passes for Murillo. He's making his case for MVP early in the second half.
With 39-yard touchdown right there. And, boy, what a beautiful pass by Murillo. And set for the extra point attempt is number 9, Gino Baker. The kick is up, and it's good. And Georgetown, an 11-point lead now, 21-10, 11:44 to go in the third quarter.
Well, that's a great way to start the second half if you're the Georgetown Alumni. Big stop on defense. Did we have a flag? No. And now a biggest lead of the game for the Eagles Alumni, 21-10 early in the second half. He had a good stop on defense, Rob, followed by quick strike offense, Murillo to Cintron.
Centrone said, "I'm about to send you home," and just went right into the end zone. That was beautiful across the middle and able to run his way in for the touchdown. Hopefully the Hayes Rebels here have an answer. The action here pretty slow coming out of the gates. You thought the intensity would pick up quite a bit, but everybody just kind of a little lethargic coming out for the second half of play.
Well, you know, we talked about the fact that the last game we did in Sonora, there was absolutely no one on the sidelines. It was like ghost town. Georgetown even has like people bringing water, maybe some kind of trainers and stuff. That's kind of nice to have for your alumni team.
Yeah, it looks like they may have some student trainers from the high school down there helping them out. Well, again, a lot of previous alum down there, of course, and former staff at Georgetown High School. George Cox mentioned Coach Larry Moore.
We had a penalty on Hayes after that play, a little frustration. Georgetown will kick off. This is the time where you might see the onside if you have it in your repertoire. Kicking off from Hayes 45.
It's the ball on the near side hash mark at the 45-yard line. Set to kick is Gino Baker.
As Georgetown kicking off from the 45-yard line of Hayes.
Puts his hands up, looks to his right, and the kick underway. Line drive, that one's going to go beyond the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and Hayes will take over on the 20-yard line.
First and 10, Hayes.
They just decided to pound it out of there. Not a bad decision.
11:38 to go here in the third quarter. Again, the Georgetown Eagles lead 21-10. Thanks for watching this production of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. Mr. Rick Epstein is the public address announcer here from beautiful Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex on what's turned out to be a great evening for football here in Central Texas on a beautiful Saturday evening, Matt. I say beautiful. It's a little overcast, a little muggy, but still a beautiful day for football.
I think we may see some rain later tonight or tomorrow, but for now it looks like we're pretty good. You can see a little bit of blue sky peeking through.
Ball in between the hash marks for the Hayes Rebels. They start out on the 25-yard line. The snap back and still trying to find his rhythm. And he fumbles the ball. Georgetown falls on it. Number 14 for the Georgetown Eagles comes up with, or number 44, that's Bernie Brozak comes up with the ball. And that should be Georgetown ball as Ben Elisares was not able to hold on to it.
It's going to be second down, Rob. I think they said he was down.
Now from up here it looked like he wasn't down yet.
Georgetown's ball.
And it
Now
is
they will
Georgetown.
say Georgetown. Well, that one ref called second down. He did, the line judge here on the near side, but they overruled him. Probably the right call. It looked like he did fumble it. Now Georgetown has a real opportunity to put some distance. Rob, you got an 11-point lead, and now you've got the ball at the Hayes 24. They're trying to give you a gift. Now can you cash in?
Good job by number 44, Bernie Brozak there for the Georgetown Eagles, recovering that fumble. Georgetown takes over here on the 24-yard line. There's a flag on the play, however.
Wow. Okay. Unsportsmanlike against Hayes.
And that's going to move the ball up 15.
Frustration setting in a little bit, and we see John McKelvey, the 2013 graduate, come back in at quarterback for the Eagles alumni. Takes over this series for Murillo.
So Georgetown starts out on the Hayes 13, the handoff. Dicing his way around is Ekpunku, and maybe picks up 2 on the forward progress down to the 13-yard line.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the yard marker, and I think there's a problem with where they started the chain.
That should be no gain. I thought the ball was on the 13-yard line. They have it on the 15.
I think the chain is a couple yards back of where it should have been.
Yeah, the chain's 2 yards behind.
Yeah, so second. I mean, they'll call it 2nd and 8, right?
Fred Lyons heads to the sidelines for the Hayes Rebels alongside Alex Hernandez. Georgetown on the near side hash mark. McKelvey in it, quarterback and shotgun. 2 receivers up top to the right. John Saucedo down to the left. Steps back. The pass to Saucedo. Actually, it's the crossover, and let's see if they're going to call that a completion or incomplete.
Yeah.
He dropped it after he caught it after he was out of bounds. That was a completion there by number 2, Jeff Rice.
He's having a whale of a game today. Over 100 yards receiving. 2 touchdowns so far, and they ruled that he did have that in his possession, that he lost it out of bounds, so they'll take the ball down to the 4, first and goal.
So Georgetown threatening again here with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, leading 21-10. The ball on the near side hash mark at the 4-yard line of the Hayes Rebels. McKelvey in it, shotgun. Man in motion is Rice. And Rice gets the direct snap on the end around. Rice trying to dice his way inside, and Hayes read it beautifully. The initial contact there by the Hayes Rebels. I believe that was Martin Casillas.
Ooh, I really like that play call. It didn't quite work. Actually, no gain, but great timing from the center snap to Rice, who was flashing over the right side, not able to get past the Hayes defense, though. Good job by them to snuff that one out.
Again, the ball on the far side hash mark at the Hayes Rebels 4-yard line. Georgetown in huddle. High snap to McKelvey. He's going to have to run with it. Dancing around on the left side, little improvisation. He reaches across the goal line. Do they give it to him? Boy, they are going to mark him just inside the 1-yard line. He had the reach on that, Matt. It looked good from here, but they're going to say that he was down at the 1.
I think his knee might have touched, but
Georgetown, no huddle offense, quickly getting back here. McKelvey in shotgun, 3rd down and goal. High snap again. McKelvey on the left side. He's going to dance right in. Walks in for the touchdown, Georgetown. John McKelvey, the 2013 graduate, number 4 for the Georgetown Eagles, extends this lead to 17, 27-10.
yeah, they had Hayes' defense all kind of bamboozled on that play, as you had players wanting to come in, and Georgetown was about to snap it. They had to run off the field, and just no resistance, really. McKelvey almost could have crawled in if he wanted to.
And the kick here by Baker. Whoa. That one, good. Wow, that was a line drive.
That one I would call a dagger.
That thing went all the way back like another 20 yards to the fence behind the stadium. Wow, line drive dagger, as Matt calls it, the dag.
But it is good. It's not how pretty it looks. It still counts, and Georgetown now starting to pull away a little bit.
28-10 with 8:38 to go in the third quarter, Matt.
And now you've got the 18-point lead. Thanks again to Mr. Rick Epstein with a shout out again.
Putting that camera over there on the scoreboard, and I'm seeing a barbecue ad and some chicken, man. I'm getting hungry.
Can't help you with that right now. Take care of it later.
I haven't had lunch today. I haven't had anything to eat today, man. I was excited about getting over here to Kelly Reeves. I forgot to eat.
Got to have your nutrition. And that is 2 touchdowns in the third quarter.
Kyle Brown on a carry.
We're back here. Sorry about that. Had to take a quick break for a minute. We're working out some logistical items for the game here. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Hayes Rebels here as they're trying to answer this Georgetown scoring frenzy. 7:19 to go in the 3rd period, Matt.
2 quick scores for Georgetown in the 3rd quarter. Now Hayes finds themselves down by 18 points and now facing 3rd and long.
And Hayes started this drive. I don't remember what yard line they started this one on. They haven't really made much progress here. And Guino steps back, throws a dagger across to the 50-yard line. It's caught for the 1st down. A big catch right there by number 81, Mark Hernandez, the 2007 alum, Matt.
Yeah, that keeps the drive going. That's a big play. Hayes needed that pretty badly, and they got it.
Down to the 50-yard line. This time, Iguano lines up under center. 2 backs behind him. The handoff to one of those backs on the right side. And, boy, what a tackle by Georgetown. Great job right there by Mashak Williamson, the 2011 alum for the Georgetown Eagles, Matt.
But that was Joseph Aplon, 41. Big hit from the linebacker position. No gain.
When we say no gain, they moved it across the 50 to the 51.
51?
I mean, the 49.
They moved it to the 51.
Yeah, the clock goes up, the yardage goes up, everything here at Kelly Reeves just goes up.
Is it Canadian football? I'm not sure.
Ball at the 49-yard line in Georgetown Eagle territory now. Matt Iguano in at shotgun. Actually, he lines up under center again. Same formation. Tight set. He's going to pass this time. Rolls over. Has his man at the 40. Nice catch right there. Close to another 1st down is number 81, Mark Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez becoming his favorite target on this drive, and whistles all over the place.
We're waiting for things to get set up here.
Looks like it'll be 2nd and short for Hayes when we get going here. Or 1st down as they move the chains late.
.5:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball on the near side of hash mark. Quarterback in shotgun is Iguano. Steps back. The pitch over to the left side. Running around is Highwood, trying to dance around the 35-yard line. The Eagles swarm him. And Highwood brought down after about a 5-yard gain, Matt.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good game yardage-wise. Tough guy out there. Able to gain about 3, we'll call it. Tough yards.
Heard a kid over there asking if this is on TV. No, it's on YouTube, though. Looks like Mr. JoJo Valika is going to take over the PA duties here. The ball at the 50-yard line, 2nd down and long for the Hayes Rebels.
Yeah, penalties hurting Hayes again.
That's been the story of the night so far. The snap back, the handoff. Dancing around, big sack right there, a big tackle by Georgetown. That may have been Fresh Hour again. It is Fresh Hour in the backfield making the big tackle.
5:23 is the Fresh Hour on the field. He's had a couple nice plays on defense today for the Georgetown alumni. Clock ticking, Robin. If you're Hayes, you've almost thinking you've got to get some points right here, preferably a touchdown, because it's 28-10 and you've got about 4 minutes to go in the third.
Well, it is 3rd down and long here for the Rebels. Wing formation, steps back, rolling over. Flag on the play, throws it. Down to the 35. It's caught well short of the 1st down. We'll see what the penalty flag is there. Brett Wagner coming up with the reception. A nice catch.
Holding. In the area of holding, we'll see what the call is.
And the officials pointing in that direction.
Too many penalties for the Hayes Rebels.
Lex Ortiz handing the flag back to the official. And the official this time points over to Georgetown.
Did you say flex?
And it is against Georgetown, so a break here for the Hayes Rebels.
Where are they moving the ball? That's not right. What? Wait a minute. I'm guessing they called a personal foul after the catch, because that's the only way you could move the ball that far on that play.
I think JoJo was a little nervous doing the PA, but, man, he just did his first PA. He did pretty good. Call that one, the ball down to the 19-yard line. So,
I did
wow.
PA in Uvalde. I could have stepped away and done that, but I want to, I don't want to break up the team here.
The ball on the 19-yard line on the far hash mark. The Hayes Rebels get a break.
Yeah, JoJo can do it all, man. He'll be all right.
Mr. Velika. Ball on the far side hash mark. Quarterback in shotgun. Iguano steps back, looking, throwing, left corner. And no good. Broken up right there by number 17 for the Georgetown Eagles. It was Ernest Miller, the 03 graduate, coming up there.
And just the continuous whistles.
And a flag on the play here at the 25-yard line here on the near hash mark, or on the near side, Matt.
Yeah, that flag's hard to see. It's so dark. It almost matches the green of the field.
That penalty is going to
Hayes
be.
is moving back.
Wow, unbelievable. These penalties are hurting the Rebels tonight.
Well, they just were the beneficiary of one, but now it appears they'll take the ball all the way back to beyond the 30. So they just gave it right back, and it's tough when you're down 18. Self-inflicted wounds, we use that phrase quite a bit, but Hayes is hurting themselves right now. And now we'll move it a little further back inside the 30. Let's see if we can get a snap off here.
It's the ball at the 29-yard line. It's 1st down and long. The handoff. Dancing around, breaks a tackle, Clayvon Highwood. Clayvon Highwood down to the 19-yard line. They may call it the 18. We'll see what the call is here. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage or close to it, Matt. And they do. They mark it at the between the 18 and the 19.
We were able to get through a play without a penalty, which is progress. We've seen that off-colored yellow flag on the field quite a bit today. So we tick down to 3:10 to go in the third quarter, and Georgetown Alumni holding 28-10 lead over the Hayes Alumni, but the Rebels are in the red zone.
2nd down and about 10 to go. Guano steps back, looking. Georgetown showing pressure, throws it into the end zone, and that one is going to be nearly intercepted, incomplete. Nice job again over there in the corner was number 17, Ernest Miller.
Yeah, they're trying to pick on Miller, but he's having none of it. Another pass breakup on that play. Now brings up 3rd down and long for Hayes. And like we said, Rob, you can't waste this opportunity now. You're inside the 20. You've got to get some points on this possession. If you're going to get back into this ball game.
And it was Pringle, the intended receiver.
Sour cream and onion?
I had
Or
barbecue.
Cheese'ems.
I had barbecue last night after our broadcast.
Cheese'ems.
It's going to be 3rd down and 10 here for Hayes. Anguino in its shotgun. Man in motion. Hands off to the man in motion on the right side. It's Brett Wagner. Georgetown swarming on him, and Wagner fighting his way down. It's going to be well short of the 1st down. And
I saw a flag.
yeah, there is a flag right there
Goodness
on front of
gracious.
Georgetown's sideline.
And the coaches for Georgetown like, what? That same greenish flag.
You don't know what color, we'll just call it greenish.
It's okay. We have a hold against Hayes that will be declined. Man, the Rebels are racking up the penalties, and that one didn't even count. So with that decline of that penalty, Rob, it'll be 4th down. Now a chance for Georgetown's defense to maybe get off the field. It's going to be 4th and about 8.
Just over 2 hours now on this broadcast. 2:30 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Man, that penalties will slow you down a little bit.
Yeah. Big 4th down here for Hayes. Iguano in its shotgun. Low snap, picks it up. Rolling to his right. Pressure by Georgetown defense. Lobs it. That one well overthrown. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Georgetown will take over on downs.
There's that bend but don't break defense. No chance on that. That was nearly beyond the field turf into the regular grass over there, so no chance for Hayes to complete that pass. And now Georgetown has a chance to get their offense back on the field. We'll see which quarterback comes back.
And Georgetown should take over here on their own 19-yard line. It's going to be Matt Marullo back in at quarterback for the Georgetown Eagles. And actually, they're going to say that ball is at the 17-yard line, Matt.
Yeah, now Murillo and Georgetown, you've got a nice lead here. If you can pound the ball on the ground, you want to do that. He's got Akpunku back there with him.
So Georgetown lines up here, 2 receivers to either side. The deep snap, almost mishandled. Back to the back. It's Akpunku running around, loses the ball. Hayes appears to have fallen on it. It's still on the ground, and Hayes says they have it, and that they do. That is the 3rd drop today by Akpunku for Georgetown, and it was Jason Villarreal coming up with the fumble for the Hayes Rebels.
Well, and if you're Akpunku, you've got to secure that football. He had a nice game, but for the 2nd or 3rd time today, like you said, Rob, he lost the football. And Georgetown turns it right back over, and the defense has to go right back onto the field. And if you're Hayes, you've got new life. 1st down at the Georgetown 20 with 2:01 to go in the 3rd.
This is the 9th drive here for the Hayes Rebels in Georgetown territory at the 20-yard line.
Eagles still lead 28-10. Got 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, that's tough if you're the Georgetown alumni because you had a chance to roll some clock there, but one snap and Hayes has the ball right back.
Snap, crackle, and pop, and that's what happens.
Once you pop, you can't stop.
Anguino back.
Whoa.
Oh, boy, Georgetown coming in strong. That was Josh Rice, Jeff's brother, almost picking that off. If he would have, that would have been a pick 6. Wow.
I was wondering who that ball was intended for. Man, Rice came through like a house of fire and broke that up nearly, like you said. Would have had about, 70 yards the other way.
And man, Rice was in the backfield on the opposite side and just
he read that beautifully.
put the rockets on. Started boiling the water, and that rice started cooking, baby.
Can we call that minute rice?
Yeah. New brand, second rice. Guano in its shotgun, steps back, gonna pass, looking, left side. Nice pass, and is it caught? Did he fight for it? Georgetown saying that they intercepted it.
They have.
And it is an interception by Georgetown. It appears to be number 17, Ernest Miller, who's been playing that far side corner exceptionally well tonight, and now Ernest gets an interception.
Yeah, he said feed me more as he's coming off the field because they keep throwing his way. 2 pass breakups for Miller, and now a beautiful interception of that pass in the left corner of the end zone, a touchback. And Robbie said it, Georgetown turned the ball over with the fumble, but the defense responds, gets it right back. No harm, no foul for Georgetown's offense. Now you want to be able to run clock and hold on to the football. Now we see running back Chad Jackson check in to the backfield for the Georgetown Alumni.
So Georgetown going to take over here on their own 20-yard line. This time the handoff, and boy, Hayes just manhandling the Georgetown back.
Jason Villarreal, who had the fumble recovery, was back there in the backfield. But they held on to the ball, and the clock's running. You got a minute and a half in the third.
Georgetown leading by 18, 28-10. Villarreal got busted in the brow on that one. Man. Down to the 15-yard line. Actually, they're going to say it's at the 16-yard line, so a 4-yard loss on the play, Matt.
Well, right now, controlling and keeping the ball, running clock is important to Georgetown. They've got a nice lead. You want to get the first.
Murillo in at shotgun. Triplets down to the left. One receiver up top to the right. Instead, it's going to be the handoff to the back. Dancing around. Finding through a few defenders. Lowering his head. And a nice pickup down to the 25-yard line. They're going to mark him down right in between the 24 and the 25.
Jackson.
And actually, there was a fumble on the field. And who was the back with the ball on that one?
Jackson.
Action Jackson.
Timeout for injury. He looks like he's okay.
Jackson. Chad Jackson. Action Jackson. That's a tongue twister if you say Action Jackson. That's kind of hard. 31 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Georgetown holding on to that 18-point lead. They have the ball. The ball is at the 24-yard line.
3rd and 5, so if you want to move those chains and run out the third quarter successfully, you want to get this first down right here.
Rolling it shotgun. Down to the left is Jeff Rice alongside Fitzgerald. It goes to Rice. Rice has the first down, and boy, he is just plowed over by Paul Brown, but not before Jeff Rice can get the first down.
Boy, he's had a monster ball game, and that's who Murillo is going to go to when he needs a big first down. And sure hands for Jeff Rice, the 2006 graduate, just having a great ball game. Those are your two leading contenders for MVP in my book right now, Rob, are Jeff Rice and Matt Murillo, the two guys that connected on that last play.
That's going to end the third quarter of play. When we come back, the final quarter of play. Can the Hayes Rebels come back from an 18-point deficit, or will the Georgetown Eagles, who are driving, score again and win this ball game? We'll find out after the break. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Shoning Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Shoning Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Shoning Hip Network and SHNSports.com. Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle football and Hayes Rebel alumni football here on SHN Sports. On Gridiron Glory alumni football, Georgetown Eagles with the ball. The action now from left to right on their own 35-yard line. Deep pass over to the far side, and somehow Fitzgerald able to come up with the ball. What a job right there by Tramel Fitzgerald after he snatches it away from a Hayes defender all the way down inside the 40-yard line, Matt. Wow.
Perfect video of that, Rob. That will be one to watch later. Great catch. Had defenders draped all over him, but able to bring it in. And a big play for Georgetown. Takes it down to the Hayes 36. Wow. Great reception. Great throw, too.
That ball all the way down, as Matt said, to the 36-yard line. Murillo in it, shotgun. Receiver stacked on either side. Two up top, two down low. A high snap. Boy, he's going to have to fall on it. And he does. He slides on it. Did he lose the ball? It's still on the ground. Hayes kicking it around, and Hayes, did they fall on it? And it appears like it from here. It is Hayes football. Boy, what a mistake right there by Georgetown, and they turn the ball over all the way back into Georgetown Eagle territory for the Hayes Rebel at the 38-yard line.
Hayes recovers at the Eagle 38-yard line.
Yeah, but timeout for injury.
And that ball is at the Georgetown 38-yard line. Injury on the field for the Georgetown Eagles. And it's Matt Murillo, I believe, and luckily he gets up. He took a lick down there.
Tried to recover the ball, and as he was trying to bring it in, he was smacked pretty hard, but we see him up on his feet. It's a good sign. Looks like he got his bell. Got his bell rung there.
It's like when you drive through Taco Bell, the drive-through says don't ring your bell as you come through this. Luckily, Murillo able to walk off on his own.
14-14 left in the fourth quarter.
The ball at the 38-yard line here for the Hayes Rebels on Georgetown territory. Quarterback at shotgun, two receivers down to the left, one up top to the right. Steps back, and Guino has a man. Throws it right into the hands of Georgetown. Georgetown gets the ball back, and running on the far side across the 50, he's going to be brought out of bounds. A big interception right there by Georgetown, and that appeared to be number 22, Chad Jackson for the Georgetown Eagles. Still trying to get that number from up here, and I believe it was Chad Jackson coming up with it. Possibly Paul Guajardo. The numbers there kind of hard to read on the jersey on those twos. What a turn of events right there by Georgetown. And it is Guajardo actually with the interception. So a nice job by Guajardo on the interception for the Georgetown Eagles. At first, Matt, I thought that was Chad Jackson. It looked like 2-2, but it's actually 2-1.
Yeah, that was right into his hands, and he just said, I'm taking that the other way. And turnovers, penalties, story of the game for Hayes. Tough to come back when you're plagued by both of those.
10th possession for the Eagles here. They're on the Hayes 48. Deep pass. That should be pass interference. No flag. Wow. Boy, Reagan Woods was basically tackled on that play.
Pass is intended for number 11, Brett Wagner. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, that could have been PI, but no call. And we see Murillo. Man, he's tough. Right back into the game. 2009 graduate. I think he wants that MVP trophy, maybe.
The MVP football. Well, again, we're in the fourth period here, fourth quarter of action. Georgetown leads 28-10. Just under 14 minutes to go. Clock at 13:45. Georgetown on the Rebels' 48-yard line. And is Murillo back in at quarterback?
Yes.
Great job right there by Murillo. And it's shotgun, receiver stacked to either side. The handoff goes to Akpunku, and he's still on his feet. Boy, he's really got to hold on to that ball, though. He holds it out to the right side, and luckily on that, didn't turn it over, and it is a Georgetown Eagle first down.
I believe the term is loaf of bread. It's a little too, needs to secure it a little bit better than that, but that time able to hold on.
Georgetown quickly back on the ball here. First down and 10. The handoff back to Akpunku. Spins his way around again, still on his feet. They can't bring him down, And finally, he's brought down inside the 20-yard line, down to the 18-yard line. Nice footwork by Apunku.
Yeah, he's effective when he holds on to the pigskin. Great spin move there. And Georgetown looking to put the nail in the coffin, Rob. They're in the red zone for Hayes.
Apunku lines up as the back to the right side of Murillo. The handoff back to Apunku. This time he's going to be brought back for a loss of about 3 on the play.
But smartly he held onto the ball with both hands.
And
got the game under control. No turnovers.
That's going to be 2nd down and about 14, Matt. A 4-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, we might see Murillo put the ball up in the air once again. He's got 3 touchdown passes so far today.
Ball on the 23-yard line of the Hayes Rebels. Georgetown back out of red zone now after that loss. 2 receivers to either side. Apunku lines up behind Murillo as the back. In shotgun. In the pistol, handoff. And he is going to be brought down at the original, well, actually, not the original line of scrimmage, but no gain on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 13 on the play, Matt.
Good defense there by Fred Lyons, the 2007 Hayes graduate. Or should I say graduate of high school, not necessarily Hayes, but playing for the Hayes alumni. Good defense there, and Georgetown now faced with 3rd and long just outside the red zone.
Fred Lyon denying Georgetown on that play. 11:23 to go. Georgetown 18-point lead, 28-10.
Lion roars.
JoJo just gave us a thumb up over there. He's doing a great job at PA. Georgetown here on the far side, hash mark in shotgun. 2 receivers down to the right. One up top to the left is Fitzgerald. Steps back. The pass. That one a little misguided. He was on his back. Did he catch it? Wow! Unbelievable catch by Fitzgerald. Trammell was on his back and caught it. There is a flag on the play, however.
I think that might be PI. I think that might stand, and Georgetown will be knocking on the door, Rob.
Wow! What a catch right there by Trammell Fitzgerald.
No, that's against Georgetown. I don't know. The ball's at the 10.
It's 1st and goal. The yard markers are down.
Looked like he called unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, and Velika doing a knockout job on that PA.
It's a natural.
Ball on the far side, hash mark, 1st and goal for Georgetown. 2 receivers line up down to the right. One of them is Reagan Woods there on the far side. Up top to the left is Trammell Fitzgerald. Murillo shotgun. The handoff to Apunku, and he's still on his feet, getting hit from every angle. Boy, they really tore up the nest on that one down to the 15-yard line. They may have given him forward progress, however, back at the 13.
He lost yardage, Rob. 3.
They originally had brought him down around the 15, so he does lose yardage, but they mark it down at the 13.
Yeah, lost the 3. Be 2nd and goal from there. So we tick down under 10 minutes. Georgetown with an 18-point lead, 28-10. Haven't had any scoring since the 8:38 mark of the 3rd.
And the Hayes Rebels just look deflated on the other side of the field.
Got to be tired.
Timeout by Georgetown. We'll keep things right here. 9:37 to go. The Georgetown Eagles have that 18-point lead, 28-10. Thanks for watching this presentation of Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman. And Matt, so far it's been all Georgetown in this ball game. Penalties early on hurt both teams. Georgetown able to take advantage of several turnovers. They had a few of their own, but Georgetown capitalizing along the way. And big yardage, nice passing from Murillo. It's going to be a hard decision for MVP. Right now it's up in the air between Murillo and Jeff Rice. I would think the ball, it's got to go to Murillo.
I agree. We'll see what I don't know if we officially have a vote or not, but he's got 3 touchdown passes. 2 of those are to Jeff Rice, another one to Centrone, Edwin Centrone. That was a nice 39-yarder. early in the second half. 3 touchdown passes. And no interceptions, I don't think. I'm correct on that one, no interceptions for Murillo.
Approaching the 2-hour and 30-minute mark of this broadcast here. We want to thank you for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. Remember, if your team wants to get back on the gridiron, feel free to check out Gridiron Glory Alumni Football. You can see the graphic there on your screen. Register today at gridironglory.com. Back in action here on the far side hash mark. Georgetown, 2nd down and goal, just inside the 15-yard line. The ball, I believe, on the 13. Murillo in it, shotgun. The handoff to Apunku. He's going to spin his way around, and boy, they're having a hard time bringing him down, and he gets the ball down to the 9-yard line, Matt. That's going to bring up 3rd down and goal for the Georgetown Eagles.
Still fighting for yardage over there. Gave him about 4 on that one. The most important thing for the Georgetown Alumni right now, the clock's running, 9:14 to go, and comfortable 18-point lead.
Georgetown trying to add to their lead. Of course, they're in no hurry here with a big lead and the clock ticking below 9 minutes now. Murillo lines up in shotgun. Apunku offset to his left. Tremel Fitzgerald, the receiver, out to the left. 2 receivers down to the right. Actually, triplets down to the right. John McKelvey in there as receiver as well. Murillo looks in the direction of McKelvey. The ball hits the ground, falls incomplete.
Multi-talented. Can play quarterback, can play receiver.
Iron Man. Murillo heads to the sideline getting the play call from Coach.
Will they kick a field goal or go for it? Looks like the way they're lining up, they're going to go ahead and go for it.
Might as well.
And Rob, it was 10-7 Hayes at one point in this ballgame. It's been 21 straight Georgetown points to take control.
21 unanswered points by the Eagles. Good pointing that out, Matt. They have been on fire here in this Alumni football game.
Well, a chance for more right here. 4th and goal at the 9.
Murillo lines up in shotgun. 2 receivers down to the right. McKelvey alongside Reagan Woods. He's going to step back. Looking, Murillo. He may try to run this one in. Instead, he throws it deep into the end zone. Murillo should have just ran that one in. He had room. And instead, it falls incomplete in and out of the hands of Jeff Rice. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, just a little high on that throw. Would have been his 4th touchdown pass, but not able to connect with his favorite target today, Jeff Rice. So Hayes will take over. They've got a big mountain to climb. 8.5 minutes left, starting at about their own 10-yard line, trailing by 18.
This will be the 2nd possession for the Hayes Rebels here in the 4th quarter. That first possession was intercepted by Paul Guajardo of the Georgetown Eagles. This is the 10th Hayes possession of the ball game. So both teams getting their fair share of time today. Quarterback lines up in shotgun. 2 receivers to either side, a back behind him, and there's going to be a false start on the play. That'll set him back half the distance to the goal.
Numerous penalties on Hayes today, if it is on Hayes.
Look like it from here. Actually, it's against Georgetown. Wow. So they didn't let the play run through. And the ball's going to go up 5, so it'll be 1st down and 5 from the 15.
Yeah, maybe somebody came into the neutral zone and touched somebody.
They're just probably trying to say hello. I don't know if there's anything wrong with that. Giving your buddy a high five across the way.
Pie five?
I don't think any of these guys are buddies when they're out there on the field, though.
Goodness gracious.
Now another flag, and this will probably move them back 5. Now it's another penalty against Georgetown again. Joseph Aplon putting his hands up saying, what's going on?
I'm counting players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
The ball down to the 20-yard line now, or up to the 20. It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 20. And Guino steps back. And
The screenplay number 24, and that was sniffed out pretty well.
has it to
Brown.
Paul Brown. I don't know if he was the intended receiver or not because he leaped up for it on the screenplay. And
Yeah. They
nice
try
pick up
to
there of 4.
Set up the middle screen, but Georgetown read that pretty well. Only a gain of 4.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Hayes Rebels. 7:29 to go in the ball game, and Guino in at shotgun. Has his back behind him, 2 receivers to either side. Going to pass, steps back, throws a dagger, intercepted right into the hands of Georgetown, crossing over the 10-yard line down to the 5. It's going to be a touchdown, Georgetown. A big run back right there by number 24, Dakar Williams. Wow.
And Rob, I don't know what was going on there, but that pass was right to Dakar Williams, like he was the intended receiver. Easy interception, but a nice job to break that final tackle, take it in for a pick 6, and the clock should probably stop.
34-10 now with 6:50 to go in the ball game. And they are just letting the clock run here. I don't know if that's intended or not.
I'm not complaining.
Point after attempt by Georgetown. Perfect so far.
Way
Tonight.
to jinx it.
Go ahead and say that there and see what happens.
I have a feeling I know what'll happen.
The
but
kick here by Schwartz. Georgetown late getting on the field. They finally do. The holder is McKelvey. The kick, it's up, and no good. It's blocked. And Hayes still trying to fight it. McKelvey comes up with it. Now he drops it. Hayes still has it, bouncing around. The ball still on the field. And Hayes comes up with it on the far side. And finally knocked out of bounds. Wow. Way to jinx it there. 34-10, 5:58 to go, and flags flying, and Georgetown and Hayes players. Boy, there is laundry going all over the place. Somebody's got to break this up. Helmets are off. Players are fighting. And a good job there by Georgetown. Jacob Bingham pulling some of his guys back, saying, come on, guys, let's just play football. Flags are flying. Everybody's denying.
yeah, a lot of chippiness now. This game is well in hand, and tempers are short.
There's 3 flags out on the field. One over beyond the 30. Then
One's
there's
green.
2. Yeah. Then there's 2 over. 3 flags on the field.
I mean, that flag's sitting at the 32. Let's see if I can get this on camera. That is a difficult flag to see. Can even see it a little better on camera, Rob. It's easier to see on the camera than it is from here in the vantage point in the press box where we're up in the heavens. Here at the Palace.
Elisadas is blocking it right now. Hopefully he'll move. We can see it. He's blocking it.
Tight shot here. There was an ejection on that play.
Here we go. There. Wait, come on, Elisadas. There you go. I mean, what is that thing, man? Look at this, Matt. Look at this. What is that? Looks like a wounded duck. A little yellow duckling down there.
I'll go ahead and zoom out.
Yeah.
There were a couple ejections on that play, Rob, so things really now have George Cox out there. Things getting a little out of hand.
.558 to go. Again, Georgetown 34, the Rebels 10. The Eagles break huddle. They're all talking to each other, telling everybody to kind of calm down. One Georgetown Eagle has his pads off. That's number 14. I don't think we have a 14.
He's got his pads. Not wearing any pads out there. Reminds me of Beaumont.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that player is down there. Maybe that's Dakar Williams, number 24. I'm not sure. For some reason, his pads are off. Maybe he was one that was ejected. Here's some people saying, put your pads back on. He definitely isn't wearing any pads out there.
I'll never forget the punt returner. His pads were a little bit sagging, but it really looked like he wasn't wearing any. You were feeling for his safety at that point.
I was kind of worried. Matt's referring to a previous game we broadcast in Beaumont. One of the players didn't look like he was wearing any pads on one play. Hopefully getting things back in action here.
Yeah, it's right now, Rob. He's still got 6 minutes to go in this ball game. Really want things to just end on a good note. You see that, teams right now are really short fuses on both sides. Apparently, a couple ejections.
When you light a firecracker when it's on a short fuse, it's pretty dangerous. So hopefully we can extend the fuse, get it a little bit longer again, and kind of diffuse the situation.
Or somebody can snuff out the flame.
Georgetown on the far side hash mark, kicking off. Josh Schwartz, the kick up and away. Nice kick, and actually it may settle out of bounds. No, it's recepted around the 12-yard line. Hayes looking to run here on the near side. Dodging a tackle, still on his feet. Great run back by Brett Wagner. He's finally going to be brought down inside the 30-yard line, maybe right at, the line judge says right at the 30 for the forward progress.
So do you give the MVP football to the quarterback who threw 3 touchdowns or the receiver who made two really nice receptions?
If it was up to me, it would go to Murillo. He got shaken up. He came back in the game. That's the spirit of an MVP.
I think that's a good point that I didn't think about. Came right back into the ball game. He's tough. Had a great game leading Georgetown.
Tough.
Split time with McKelvey at quarterback, but when he was in there, he made the most of it.
Tough like my grandma's snuff.
T-U-F. Tough. Well, here comes Hayes once again. Now down by 24.
5:41 to go. Eagles lead 34-10. Hayes with the ball. The pitch out to his back. And he falls to the ground. That was Clavon Highwood. Maybe picks up 2 or 3 on the play. They're going to say he picked up 2 down to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
Now the cloud's kind of dissipated. It's a hazy kind of cloud now. Be nice if that rain would hold off.
5:10 to go in the ball game. Clock running. Again, thanks for watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman for this Georgetown Eagles versus Hayes Rebels tournament weekend. Another game tomorrow night. And the handoff. Georgetown missed the initial tackle. A nice second effort there by Ben Elizares.
So, Rob, if I understand right, Georgetown wins this game, and the teams that play tomorrow, Granger and Hardin Jefferson, the winner of that game, will they play again in March?
I believe the following weekend.
For the tournament championship.
So the ball at the 35-yard line. Hayes, 3rd down and 5. And Guino in at shotgun. 2 receivers down to the left, 1 up top to the right. Now a man in motion. It's Brett Wagner. The handoff to Wagner. He spins around, gets stopped immediately. He's going to take a 2-yard loss on the play back to the 33-yard line.
Big hit by Georgetown on defense.
Clock winding down, 3:30 to go in this alumni football game. Georgetown's going to come out of here with a victory tonight.
27 straight Eagle points, Rob. Can't say that enough. After being down 10-7, Georgetown really lit the fuse.
Guino in at shotgun. Going to step back and look to pass here. Throws it in the flat and overthrew his intended receiver, Clavon Highwood. That one falls incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. And actually, that may have been 4th down. So that's a turnover on downs. Georgetown Eagle football.
And now we have a running clock situation. So
Under 3 minutes left. Leading 34-10.
It's going to be the 11th possession for the Georgetown Eagles here. 2:44 to go in the ball game.
clock running after the 4th down incompletion.
He just says, forget it.
I think the officials say, time to hit the Ryan's Buffet, baby. I mean, in Arizona, Rob, covering Centennial, there were some games where they were leading 28-0 in the first, 60-0 in the third quarter, and the refs I have seen where Centennial would go off the field and the teams were changing in an Arizona game, and they had the clock running.
Georgetown here, the handoff to Apunku. Running around, breaks a tackle, has room across the 20, still on his feet. And wow, he is showing no resilience, or tons of resilience tonight. He's showing nothing of letting up. Gets the ball down to the 17-yard line.
The refs call for the, clock stoppage on the moving of the chains, but the clock is just rolling at this point.
Yeah, our scorekeeper up here is just on his phone, not even looking.
I think he's texting.
He's wanting this one over as everyone else here.
This was in the book, so he's ready to head out, baby.
A great job tonight by everyone up here in the booth. We're loving this one.
Will
Shotgun.
Georgetown score
Murillo steps back, the handoff to Apunku. Diving around.
Wow.
Still charging down pass to the 5-yard line. They're going to call him down right at the 6-yard line. 1:15 on the clock.
And that clock isn't stopping, so if Georgetown wants to score again, they need to be in hurry-up mode.
That clock at a minute and ticking here. Georgetown
Yeah,
trying to punch one more in possibly.
some of those Centennial Coyote games in Arizona. Man, Coach Richard Taylor out there, great guy to work with. Still the only coach Centennial's ever had. That high school out there in Arizona has won tons of state championships. Real class guy.
So Georgetown's definitely going to come out of here with a victory this evening. 39 seconds on the clock. It stops. Now the official winds the windmill.
Now they stop it. Wait.
And I have no idea what's going on down
The
here.
ref kind of just put his hands up and what's going on? You don't see that too often.
Going to be a timeout by Georgetown. We'll keep things right here. 39 seconds to go. Georgetown leads 34-10.
Rob, did the officials just get angry because Georgetown called timeout? He put his hands up. What are you doing, Coach? You're up by 24. I guess you never know. You want these guys that are out there reliving their glory years to get a chance to maybe score a touchdown.
Jeff Rice.
That's the probably the modus operandi of this.
Jeff Rice heads to the bench. Probably the last time we'll see him out there tonight. Georgetown lines up. Murillo in shotgun. 2 backs behind him. To Apunku. Tries to leap over the.
He fumbled again, and the ball bounced right back into his
goodness.
hands.
30 seconds on the clock and winding here, and Georgetown should probably just let this one run out. Maybe they'll try to get one more in.
No, I think that's it. And good to see cooler heads prevail here.
Players congratulating each other down there on the field. The clock ticking below 16, 15, 14. Still going here. And Georgetown's going to come out of here with a victory. The Eagles, a hard-fought game early on. The Hayes Rebels had the lead at 10-7, but Georgetown unanswered points, and they're going to win this one 34-10. And we're moments away from the announcement of the finals MVP of the final MVP of the ball game. We'd give it to Matt Murillo. And Matt, I may try to head down there and get an interview if I can.
Yeah, we'll try to do that. As Rob steps out to go down to the field, possible interview with who we think should be the MVP. We'll be right back on SHN Sports. Final once again, Georgetown Alumni 34, Hayes Alumni 10. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football and SHN Sports. Matt Leishman back here with you at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex, where the Georgetown Eagles alumni has defeated the Hayes Rebels alumni 34-10 in this ball game. And we've got Rob Hipp down on the field, looking to get interviews with the MVPs of the ball game. Once again, that final, Georgetown 34, Hayes 10. Got Rob Hipp down on the field, and he's talking to some of the guys that he's known in the past, as we see Josh Rice
And Matt, can you hear me up there?
Yeah, Rob, go ahead.
I'm joined here in just a few minutes by Matt Murillo, the MVP of the ball game. Hey, Matt, do you have a few minutes? Matt Murillo, MVP of the ball game here for the Georgetown Eagles. Matt, I believe 3 touchdown passes. You got injured, it looked like, and, man, you got right back on your feet and made it happen. Great game tonight, by the way, and what was it like coming out here tonight, man? What was the mindset going into this one against Hayes? You guys have beat them. I believe you all are the only team that's beat them, and so what was the mindset coming in here tonight?
We got a lot of new guys. You know, we wanted to play as a team. We kind of wanted to show what Georgetown's about. There's been a lot of talk about who's the best team out here, and we kind of wanted to show up and prove everyone who was. So it's a blessing. Can't do any of this without my O-line or my team together, so it's pretty much it from there.
Well, Matt, big touchdown there to start things off, too, I believe, in the second half to, I believe it was Jeff Rice. And you had that was a 75-yard touchdown. What was kind of the mindset of that? How did you go into that play? Were you anticipating that? How did that work out?
We called that one on the sideline. That would be Coach Moore over there. But their secondary on that side was a little slower than we were, so we were going to take advantage of that as much as we could.
Awesome, man. Well, what's it like to get back out here on the gridiron and play these games? I know you guys go through a lot of preparation, but what's it like on game day, man, just to get back out here and play again?
Crazy. Too much. A lot of respect for all these guys out here. We're old, but it's fun to get out here and pretend we're kids again.
And Matt, one other question: who's this little man you got right here with you?
This is the future me right here, Mr. Mason.
Awesome, Mason. How's it going, buddy? Well, Matt, again, congratulations on the MVP. A great win for the Georgetown Eagles tonight. You guys played lights out, man. Good to be back out here on the gridiron, and once again, congratulations. One final thing, actually, anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight? And we got a camera right up there next to the SHN booth. So if you want to look up there, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
We'll get a shout out to the booth up there, and my mom passed away this morning. I feel like she was on my back the whole day. It's crazy, man. It's good. Very excited to be where we're at.
Awesome, Matt. God bless you, man. Thoughts and prayers with you, but way to come out here tonight on the gridiron. And you guys have a safe night. Mason, good man. Matt, once again, congratulations to the Georgetown Eagles. Matt, we'll send it back up to you.
Thanks, Rob. Great interview as always. With that, we'll take a break. Final once again, Georgetown 34, the Hayes Alumni 10. We'll be right back. You're watching Gridiron Glory Alumni Football on SHN Sports. Welcome back to Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex in the Round Rock Independent School District for Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. I'm Matt Leishman. Rob Hipp is on his way back up to the booth. after those post-game interviews. Just want to go through a little scoring summary for the second half of the ball game, because it was a Georgetown Eagle domination in the second half as they shut out the Hayes Rebels in the second half of that ball game. After falling down 10-7, it was 27-0. Georgetown took it to Hayes after that point. It didn't take long, as you heard in that interview. Murillo hit Jeff Rice on a 75-yard wheel route that made it 14-10. That was the play with 2:30 left in the second quarter. That put Georgetown up 14-0. From that point on, in the second half, 3 scores by the Georgetown Alumni. In the third quarter, very quickly with 11:44 to go in the third quarter, it was Murillo hitting Edwin Centrone, on a 39-yard reception to make it 21-10 Georgetown. And they weren't done. About 3 minutes later, had the other quarterback for the Eagles alumni, John McKelvey, come up with a 1-yard quarterback sneak to take it to 28-10. And then finally, we didn't have any scoring for quite a while, and then in the fourth quarter with 6:50 to go, you had the Dakar Williams 25-yard pick six. The extra point was no good, although Geno Baker did make 4 or 5 extra points on the day. That made the final score 34-10, and as Rob returns to the booth, I know that you saw quite a few guys down there that you know. I was wondering if you're going to make it back up here, seeing all those guys. But great interview and a good job by Georgetown, especially after falling down 10-7. They outscored Hayes 27-0 to run away with this ball game here today.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, thanks for carrying it there while I was down there at those interviews. Thoughts and prayers with Matt Murillo. Had no idea about his mother, and so he tragically, his mother said that she had passed away this morning, but came through today. The MVP, again, heavy heart for him. What a fighter out there. Just really surrounded by his brothers on that football team, the Hayes guys as well. A lot of respect to Matt Murillo, but what a job he did today. 3 touchdowns, a big one to Jeff Rice, that 75-yard touchdown reception to start things off in the second half, and he just played lights out. The entire Georgetown team tonight, Matt, was just on fire.
Yeah, I just think he had to be playing with the heaviest of hearts. I mean, I can't even imagine, but what an incredible job he did out there, and now he's down there with his little man.
Well, kind of the way things work out here, Matt, I got some clarification. The game tomorrow, which is Sunday, that's going to be Hardin-Jefferson, led by JoJo Velika, who the Iron Man of everything, not just football, up here doing some PA work as well tonight. That team, the Hardin-Jefferson Hawks, will be playing the Granger Lions, and I believe it's the Granger Lions, if I'm not mistaken, or is it the Bulldogs? My mind just went blank, man. I'm out of air right now. Well, it will be Hardin-Jefferson versus Granger tomorrow. The winner of that game will play the Georgetown Eagles weekend after next, from what I understand. So
right.
That'll be the championship.
It's in March, the championship, so they get a week in between.
Awesome. Well, Matt, any closing remarks here on this one?
No, just a great game for Georgetown. You know, they came out a little bit slow, but after falling behind, the defense took over. Murillo splitting quarterback time with McKelvey there. Did a great job, and they were able to take advantage of, just for Hayes, too many turnovers and penalties in that ball game to try to win the game. And so in the end, it was a Georgetown kind of a rout, 24-point win.
Well, awesome. On behalf of everyone at SHN Sports, our Director of Broadcasting, Carl Schoening, Rick Epstein, our Sales and Marketing Director, also the PA announcer here for most of the game. And thanks again to JoJo Velika for stepping up and finishing off the public address announcing here at Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. Mike Capps, our Director of our Broadcast Academy. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Matt Leishman, where tonight your Georgetown Eagles defeat the Hayes Rebels alumni football team 34-10. You've been watching and listening to Gridiron Glory Alumni Football presented by SHN Sports. We'll see you tomorrow. Again, thanks for tuning in and watching, and have a wonderful, pleasant evening. This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Schoening Hip Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Schoening Hip Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Schoening Hip Network and SHNSports.com.